If you treat her better than she treats you, she'll get bored.
Don't just give her your attention. Make her earn it.
What else can you offer me besides sex?
You lost your edge, she lost the traction. That's how it works.
Guys, you're going to have to put in work to build value.
Except for the Sigma, for the Sigma is naturally high value with the ladies.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 787th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. What is today's date? I'm all out of sorts here. It is Thursday, October 14th of 2021. I cannot tell you how happy I am to be back. I am back in action. I can't believe it. Obviously, you guys know I went through it with the Rona, the beer bug. Had a touch of that. Was hospitalized for a good long while, but I'm back and better than ever. Not quite all the way back. I'm probably operating at maybe 75% capacity at this point. Maybe 75, maybe 80% capacity. At any rate, guys, it is fantastic to be back in the studio. Devin finally let me into the studio long enough to actually make some content. And so yeah, listen, it's good to be back. As usual, we are streaming live to Facebook, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, YouTube, Twitch, and of course, in crystal clear, high-resolution 4K2 Sharpe stream, which is this community's only independently owned and run platform, meaning that it is impossible, really, to get us canceled.
Nope.
They'll try, but they won't succeed.
Nope.
So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Shout out to the sharpshooters, or rather, shout out to the snipers over on Sharpe Stream. Dre Raven, Apollo 137, Slapduck, Mark Johnson, and John Galt. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before, so shout out to you guys. Appreciate that. Shout out to the sharpshooters in the YouTube chat. We've got P-Dubs, a.k.a. Pimpalicious. Callie West is in the house. Sir Lancelot, King Life. Usually double dipping. Dre Raven, definitely double dipping. Zachary Gelpy, welcome to chat privileges. Very good. Liu Will 59, welcome to chat privileges. Welcome to all of you. Dr. Thunder with the $5 super chat says, glad to see you back in action. It is good to be back. It is very, very good to be back. Huds, welcome to chat privileges. At all of those guys to welcome them to the TSR family. Please be sure to at these guys. Welcome them to the family. Also, if you three would kindly put in your age and location in the chat, on the off chance that one of us happens to be near or where you are proximity-wise. Hopefully, this is how communities are built. This is how like-minded men tend to find each other. So make sure you put your age and location in the chat so that we can hopefully get together at some point in time. Chris Johnson is in the house. Says, welcome back, brother. Appreciate that. The real Sherrod Sutton, $5 super chat, says, Red Pill Jesus is back. I'm more like the Red Pill Samson, the Red Pill David, for those of you who are biblically inclined. Before I get into it, guys, I have a huge announcement. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now. And this is a big, I literally just got confirmation. You guys are never going to believe this. Kendall from season 3 of Temptation Island is going to be coming on to the show. That's right. Kendall, Emperor Kendall, Pimp Daddy Kendall, the #1 overall draft pick Kendall, will be joining me here at TSR Towers to do an interview. Obviously, he's going to be in LA and I'm going to be here, but Kendall will be coming on to the show. We're going to talk about what his experience was like, any sort of pushback. We want to find out if him and Erica maybe got back together, if him and Alexis are still fucking, if he and Nicole hooked up, whatever the case may be. But Kendall is going to be coming onto the show. He actually reached out to me on Instagram. He's like, hey, man, appreciate the breakdown. Like, this is the realest shit I've ever seen. And I said, oh, cool. And I just kind of left it alone. Then, of course, I got a little bit sick. He shot me another message and said, hey, man, hope you feel better soon. And so finally, when I got better, I reached out to him. I said, hey, man, my audience would love to see you make an appearance on my show. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, let's do it, man. He said, it's going to be a good time. So just got confirmation that King Kendall, Emperor Kendall from Temptation Island is going to be joining the show. That should be a fantastic interview. He is the GOAT at this point in time. So I'm very, very glad to make that announcement. I actually found out while I was on the air. I was so excited. I was like, you know what? I could save it till the end. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. So now you can all, unsubscribe. Okay, guys, listen, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. The first thing that I would like to tell you guys is that I apologize. And a lot of you guys told me that I should not have done what I did. When Kevin Ray Wilder challenged me to a debate, I took the bait. And I kind of knew I was taking the bait, but I said, you know what? I'm going to try to help the kid out a little bit. I'll bring him onto the platform. We'll have a good, healthy discussion, debate, whatever you want to call it. Get him maybe a few more subscribers, maybe bring him back on maybe a weekly basis so that we can sort of riff on topics, maybe help this guy build an audience, right? So I had him on for the debate. We talked back and forth. And listen, I don't think that there was, I don't know. Was there a winner or a loser? I don't know. I think the only thing that particular discussion really accomplished is that we're both steadfast in our beliefs. Now, I don't know what Kevin Ray Wilder's beliefs are because he very rarely talks about them. Kevin Ray Wilder and his ilk, their belief system seems to be the opposite of whoever are the most prominent RP content creators, the likes of Myron Gaines, Fresh Prince CEO, myself, Rollo Tomasi. Those seem to be the guys that Kevin Ray Wilder targets. But you guys told me, you guys said, hey, listen, do not bring this dude on. He's going to argue in bad faith. He's going to try to twist and parse your words, etc., etc. He didn't do that on the air. We had a very respectful discourse, and then we went our separate ways. Then, a few weeks later, he went and did a video. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. There's his Instagram page. So then he went and did a video called, what was it called? Yeah, there it is. Beta Male Strategies. This one right here. Let me blow that up a little bit for you guys so you guys can see it. And there of course, is a picture of, wait a minute, did I get, oh, there we are, right there in the middle. Beta Male Strategies exposed 2 weeks ago, featuring Rollo Tomasi, Myron Gaines, and Donovan Sharpe. Now, just because he and I had a debate or discussion, that doesn't mean that he can't still critique me. That doesn't mean that he can't still challenge my beliefs. I have no problem with that. If you have a disagreement with someone, hey, listen, man, like, this is a free country. You can say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do. I'm not mad at you. Everybody has an opinion. Sometimes I'll give my opinion on your opinion, but by and large, that's generally where it starts and stops. Well, this is not really what Kevin does. Kevin doesn't, he's not the type of dude who is going to, how can I put this? He doesn't critique people. What this kid does is he insults people. He insults the biggest content creators until he gets their attention. When he has said attention, he then says, I challenge you to a debate. Now, if they get ignored, or if he gets ignored, or the guy says, no thanks, I'm not trying to debate you, you're clout chasing, XYZ content creator is afraid of me. Well, unfortunately for me, I took the bait. Kevin basically called me a chicken on the playground. I said, I'm not chicken. I'm not chicken. I'll debate you. And so, obviously, the rest, as they say, is history. For those of you who want to know the backstory to this, the reason I called out Kevin Ray Wilder is because he, right here, is this even legal? Misogynist Donovan Sharpe is trying to ruin Goose Day's career. He white knighted for him. And I called him out on that, and he said, all right, well, I've got his attention. Let me go ahead and debate him. Well, he challenged me to a debate. I accepted. I had Heather, one of my administrators, send him an email with the time and the details, and he wasn't okay with the time. He says, well, I'm going to be busy at that time. I'm going to be busy at that time, and so I can't do it. I told Heather to tell him, listen, it's either today or we're not doing it. So what Kevin, and I wasn't aware of his response until, of course, I got on the air. Then I get on the air and he does this video. Donovan Sharpe pulls out of the debate. Donovan Sharpe pulls out of the debate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my channel. And again, trust me, we're definitely going to talk about this. But I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see how these sorts of things operate. There, of course, is the debate. Let me go to my channel here. And I'm going to play for you guys. I'm going to play for you guys the first few minutes of the video where I thought that he was going to be coming on for a debate. Give me 2 seconds here. I should have had this queued up. I do apologize for this. There's our debate. Goose Day's debate. Okay, here we are. Right, there, this is it. Oh, this is it, yeah. Give me a second here. But if he's... Oh, crap. Ay, come on. Sorry, guys, I fat-fingered that.
All of that in a live stream soon. This is...
Just listen. And I'm going to give you guys the full backstory. Either today... I'm going to give you guys the full backstory and so that you guys can understand where this is coming from.
Immediately.
Come on. All right. Yeah, I'm not really sure. What's happening. I am. Apparently, I guess the case. So let's here. Coward. So it's Yep. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay, let me start this over here. Okay, so what I did... Okay, here's Dev. I didn't... So what I did, guys, is I didn't want to take it from his YouTube channel. At which point he could, hit me with a copyright strike. Right, exactly. So I'm going to do the same thing with today's video. What I did is I sped up his video. I think I did something with the graphics to keep away from a copyright strike. And I certainly, shout out to Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I don't want that to happen, as I am not new to the game. Okay, here and see what's going on with this.
Surprise, surprise, Donovan has dodged the debate. I sent an email yesterday to set it up. I didn't get a response from his assistant until an hour ago, and then I'm informed, oh, we're doing our debate in 4 hours. I was like, excuse me? Like, I didn't agree to that. We still need to schedule it. I'm not available in 4 hours, all right? I have plans. I'm not just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, what plans, Kevin? Like, everybody says I have plans, but...
No, I can't wait till Donovan responds, and then I'm immediately going to be there to debate him on a moment's notice. No.
Well...
And so obviously,
he said immediately.
I was like, okay, well, hey, that's weird.
He said immediately ready to debate him on a moment's notice. I mean, look, dude, you were the one that wanted to do this debate. Like, you challenged. Like, listen, you said you wanted to sit down and have a discussion, and that's what we're doing.
Just to do it in 4 hours. So I said, all right, well, obviously I can't do that. I need more time than that. How about we reschedule for tomorrow or the next day? I get an email back. No, either this happens now or it never happens. They literally said that. They literally said either we do this debate in like 3 hours when I'm unavailable.
Wait, so it was 4 hours before, now it's 3 hours. You see how he changes his story? So we've already changed stories, and I didn't tell. I remember Heather shot me a text message. Hey, he says he's not available today. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He wanted this debate. He's been aware of this. He made the video. Like what are we doing?
Or we're never doing the debate.
He challenged me to a debate. I said, okay, let's have the debate. He said he wasn't ready. He said, well, I have plans. This was the exact time we were supposed to do the debate, yet he is doing IG lives and live streams.
Dude, even for you, Donovan, this is low. This is low. It's because you're doubting me. Oh. You and I both know it.
Oh.
Your audience is going to know it now, too.
Oh, yes.
Unbelievable. I have screenshots. And you left a paper trail to just expose yourself as well. I have all the emails. I'm going to be exposing all of them.
Do you hear this? I have all the emails and paper trails, and I'm going to expose you, blah, 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 blah. You see, this is their move. Kevin Ray Wilder is not interested in helping men. All he is interested in doing is building a brand on the backs of disagreeing with the bigger content creators. What he just did there literally gave himself away. Any interaction you have with guys like this, any interaction at all you have with guys like this, they're always going to twist it around. They're going to mischaracterize it as something that was completely not true. I didn't dodge anything. I was there waiting for him to do the debate. Yet this guy says, oh, and he left a paper trail and he exposed himself, and I'm going to there's nothing to expose, bruh. There's nothing to expose. So let's finish this here.
That in a live stream soon. This is absolutely unbelievable. And this is the exact thing, the exact problem that I have with the griftosphere. They operate off of bad faith when they
What is he talking about?
Are willing to debate. How unreasonable is that? Oh, you have here. Sorry that I.
Why is he so upset? I'm not dodging anything. Like, I'm not. Okay, here's Dev. And you guys can see I'm trying to work through this because at this point I'm confused. Okay.
Starting in 4 hours. You good with that? No? Oh, I guess it's not gonna happen then. Unfucking believable. I'm gonna have a stream coming up soon because I guess I have to do this now instead of actually debating him in person.
You have a stream coming up soon, so you couldn't debate me, but now you have a stream coming up?
Because he's too afraid to debate me because he knows he's gonna get exposed.
Dude, nobody's afraid of anything, Kevin. Like, hold on, man. Maybe there's some. See, now at this point, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's some sort of miscommunication. Maybe something is going on. So what I did. Give me a second here. So what I did is I asked Heather to. Here we go. So this is what really happened. This is what Kevin Ray Wilder characterizes me backing out of the debate. Dev, this email. Says, hello, Donovan, pumped for our debate. Please let me know what time and day works best for you to do this. Looking forward to it. So he wanted to know. He said, let me know what time and date works best for you. So he did the right thing there by attempting to accommodate me. Because, again, he challenged me to the debate. I didn't challenge him. He says, hey, Kevin here. I said, hi, Donovan, Kevin here, pumped for our debate. Please let me know what day and time works best for you. I guess Devin then sent that off to... So she sent that to... Okay, now I've got the email string from... Let me bring this in. Here we go. And I want you guys to listen to this very carefully. Kevin says Donovan backed out of the debate. It's either my way or the highway. He's afraid of me. I'm going to expose him. He left a paper trail. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so this is the, let me see if I can blow this up. And I'm going to read this out loud, guys, so you don't have to worry about seeing it. Okay, so here we go. Pardon me. Says hello, Donovan. Oop, wait a minute. I don't want this to get so big that we have to, okay, here we go. So it says, hello, Donovan, Kevin here. Can you guys read that okay? I know you guys are probably watching on your phones. Can you guys read this okay? Just let me know. Please let me know what day and time works best for you. Okay? So Dev then forwarded the message to Heather. Let's see what she said. Okay. And again, he's characterizing this as me dipping out, operating in bad faith. That's projection 101. Kevin Ray Wilder and this dork Grand Cam, and I've actually got some dirt on him too. I would love for him to come after me because I would love to absolutely slay that fake Grand Cam. Get the hell out of here, man. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is Heather. So Heather says, hello, Mr. Wilder. Apologies for the delay. Crazy busy day yesterday. Anyways, Mr. Sharpe says he's more than willing to have a debate with you. The debate will happen today, Tuesday, August 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern. He just has a couple of simple ground rules. Yeah, I do this with everybody, which he will go over with you on the air. Number one, he will try not to cut you off as long as you try not to cut him off. He understands debates can get intense, which can result in a healthy back and forth, which means you two will cut across each other from time to time. Guys, this is called professionalism. That's what this is, okay? I've always said that there is a big difference between YouTubers and content creators. YouTubers are guys like Kevin. Content creators are guys like me. And he is okay with that because that's the natural flow of things sometimes. Right, I tell her to do all this all the time. However, he stated that he will extend the courtesy of giving you the floor and allowing you to speak your piece as long as you reciprocate the courtesy. Number two, obviously, says please stay away from agenda-driven statements designed to flag or get his channel taken down. He has had people come on and make accusations about happy people and Transformers and things like things of that nature in an attempt to get YouTube's attention for the purposes of getting his channel deleted when the conversation had nothing to do with any of these topics. One woman accused him of inciting violence, right? That was Lisa Faye. Then asked him, she says, I'm paraphrasing here, if one of your followers goes and pews them all, and he says, Donovan Sharpe made me do it, what are you going to do then? Mr. Sharpe has never incited violence, encouraged violence, happy phobia, Transformer, being afraid of Transformers or anything like that. Great, so he thanks you to be intellectually honest and refrain from controversial topics. That Dario Duplan says, is this a rerun? No, this is not a rerun. This is live. I'm just replaying this for those who are unfamiliar with the situation. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. And oh, by the way, yes, F-Boy Island breakdowns right after the show. Get his channel taken down. Okay. Please. Yeah, and I always tell her this. Listen, please, send me any links to your social media, YouTube, website, or any other site, and Mr. Sharpe will have Devin put your links in the description. He will make sure that he mentions your social media and websites before and after the debate so that you can capitalize on the attention of the debate. You guys see that? I gave this kid too much. I gave this kid respect he didn't deserve. And when you give people respect they don't deserve, they don't know how to act. It's the same thing with women, guys. If you show deference and respect and put a woman on a pedestal when she isn't otherwise impressive or she hasn't done anything for you, they don't respect that. They don't respect that respect. They take it for granted because they didn't do anything to get it. Kevin was the same way. This kid talked a bunch of shit, talking out of the side of his neck. I said, okay, listen, let me just calm this down. Let's try to do this professionally. We're going to try to, no, I'm good, Dev. I don't need any water. I'm just my little residual here. I appreciate that. Let's try to make this a healthy conversation. And hey, man, listen, I'll try to get you some shine, right? I'll try to push people to your IG. I'll try to push people to your YouTube. Who knows? Maybe my audience could learn something from you. What does this kid do in return? Donovan Sharpe ducked me. Donovan Sharpe's a coward. This is the problem with the griftosphere. Jerry Raven on the Sharpe stream side says, Ms. Wilder clearly doesn't know the old-time rules of dueling. The personal throwing down the gauntlet / challenge does not choose the time nor the weapon. The man being challenged gets that privilege. Absolutely. Listen, man, there's no love lost between us, but, if the kid was going to be brave enough to come on and debate me, the least I can do is put his links in the description. Yeah, Street Fighter 88 on the YouTube site says, does Wilder not understand that you are trying to run a business? I think he understands that, but there's precious little evidence that he does. Right? Well, listen, if you want some clout from this, I'm happy to share the spotlight. Other than that, he is looking forward to a spirited debate with you. I will send you the StreamYard link at 12:45. Now, there you go. Okay, so let's see the response. Oh, okay. So he says that's too short notice. That is 4 hours from now. I can do Wednesday or the day after. Now, I remember when she asked me about this. She said, okay, no problem. I'll ask Mr. Sharpe what his availability is. He said, okay, thank you, Heather. Yeah, I told her. I gave her marching orders. So he says today is the only day he will make available for this debate. Mr. Sharpe has a content schedule to adhere to, absolutely. And this debate between you and him are what people are talking about and expecting to happen today.
See that?
The YouTube algorithm favors momentum. He discussed this yesterday and accepted the challenge, so this debate needs to happen within 24 hours of yesterday's live stream. She even says you'll learn this as your channel grows, by the way. Like, this wasn't like... You issued the challenge on the 29th, right? And the video was pre-recorded, which means you had even more time to prepare. That video was 2 days ago. This means you've had plenty of time to prepare to defend and substantiate your claims that he is a misogynist. If you issue a challenge for a debate, then you should already have been prepared for it. Exactly. Mr. Sharpe will not adhere to your schedule as you are the person who issued the challenge. This is why I pay Heather the big bucks, man. This is why I pay her the... Shout out to Heather, man. I got to give her a Don DeMarco for that one. Big bucks. He runs a content creation business, does consultations, and has other projects he is working on. If these are the screenshots he's talking about exposing people for, like, you're going to be disappointed. This looks all above board to me. He is not going to rearrange his content schedule to convenience you. You've had more than 48 hours to prepare for this debate, and you saw him on his live stream yesterday telling you that he is more than willing to debate you and looks forward to the challenge. That is verbal confirmation and almost 24 hours notice. Looks like she continues. You knew he gave the green light yesterday and even specified that he was going to do it today. Your schedule and unpreparedness is not his problem. I will send you the link at 12:45 as discussed earlier. Mr. Sharpe will wait for you. If you decide not to show up, he will move on to discuss a backup topic. He is prepared for today and will not address you or guste moving forward. There you go. Okay. Then he responded 3 hours ago. He said, listen to this, prepared to debate this at any given moment, but giving someone... So if you're prepared to debate this at any given moment, then what's the problem, Kevin? But giving someone 4 hours notice is unreasonable, and no, I was not made aware. Yeah, Heather is definitely the MVP, as Larisignal 94 so eloquently puts. Devin says, yeah, Heather came up... Dude, Heather, she came up in the clutch this month, for sure. That he wanted it to be done within 24 hours of this stream. If he's serious about this, we will do it tomorrow or Thursday. Please let me know ASAP if this works. Kevin, fam, you're on my time, kiddo. Like, I'm not on your time. You say you've got shit to do, that's fine, but dude, like, I'm a content creator. I have a schedule. Yeah, shout out to Heather. She handled this perfectly. Like, dude, like, listen, you issued the challenge to me. Like, you challenged me. You white knighted for Guste. I said, okay, I will take you up on the challenge. And now you're going to tell me that so even though you're prepared to debate this at any given moment, but then turn around and say that giving someone 4 hours notice is unreasonable? What are we talking about? If you're prepared to debate this at any given moment, then what... Like, I gave you, like, dude, I was going to give this dude an opportunity to come on and speak his piece, and whether we came to an agreement or not, I was going to put all his links in the chat. I was going to tell you guys, hey, go, listen, sub to this guy's channel if you, like, dude, like, what is this? Heather responds again, this was 3 hours ago. What's the exact time here? Oh, well. This was 10:20 a.m. She says, Mr. Wilder, you've had far more than 4 hours notice. Remember, you did this video 2 days ago. If you're prepared to debate at any moment, like he said, then 1 p.m. Eastern today should not be a problem. I will send the link at 12:45. Bingo. Now this is her fault right here. This is on me. She was supposed to send the link at 12:45, but she didn't send it until 1. But okay, so she sent the link 15 minutes later than she said she would. There's the StreamYard link right there. I don't know what more this kid... I don't know what more this kid... Okay, so to make a very long story very short, he ended up coming on and doing the debate or the discussion, whatever you want to call it. He actually ended up coming on and doing this. Now, if you guys remember when he was talking about the griftosphere, he had this bravado, right? You're scared of me, and I'm going to expose you, and blah, 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 blah. Let's take a look at the beginning. Let's take a look at the start of this debate. And this is what proves This is what proves unequivocally Kevin Ray Wilder, he's a shit talker. He gets too big for his britches. He has false bravado. He's got phone muscles. He's a camera gangster. He wants to act like he's all big and bad, but then as soon as he gets in front of me, what happens? Hang on.
For preempting this, saying like, hey, you know.
I'll give you the floor.
Cool, right on. Do you mind if I give myself a quick little intro and my intention for doing all this? Is that cool?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Cool, right on. Well, first of all, I want to really thank you for preempting this, saying like, hey, you know, don't disrespect me or Guste. I really, really do appreciate that. Yeah. As well as, you know, you brought up as well, okay, well, let's not bring Guste into this. This is purely just about my claim that I believe that you're a misogynist, which I understand sounds like a very, very harsh critique, right? But I'm going to dive into that relatively quickly in terms of what I actually mean by that, all right? So yeah, I want to give a quick introduction again of myself. I'm actually from Philly, like you are, so it's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah. What happened to all that bravado, KR Dub? I thought you were gonna give me a piece of your mind. I thought you were gonna show all your white pill guys that you went after the griftosphere. What happened to all of that? Huh? Now look, it's one thing to set expectations and say, okay, we're not gonna go at each other. But like the dude comes on and I think Devin should be a little bit jealous because that was some impressive on-air fellatio there. Right? That was some impressive on-air fellatio. So let's take a quick look at Kevin's Instagram, and then we'll get into the video. So Kevin Ray Wilder's Instagram, I guess like I said, he talks about white pill stuff. You know, he's obviously a gym guy, but one thing that I see in his Instagram and on his YouTube channel, something that is clearly missing is evidence, proof, right? What do I mean by evidence and proof? Anybody know? Anybody have any idea what I mean? Evidence and proof. You see, Kevin allegedly coaches guys. He offers coaching. This is Kevin Ray Wilder 2. Only 6 posts. Kevin Ray Wilder didn't have receipts, gentlemen. That's my overarching point. This guy wants to act out. This guy wants to fashion himself. He wants to fashion himself as redeeming the red pill. He is a white pill advocate, right? And by the way, he calls himself a writer. KevinRayWilder.com is this. I don't see any articles. It's How to Boost Your Testosterone Naturally by Coach Kevin Ray Wilder and Coach Josh Reeve. Okay, listen, man, I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that, but where are the articles? Where are the articles? Where are the receipts? Where is the proof that you know what you're talking about? They're not there. They're non-existent. It's just a bunch of memes. Just a bunch of memes and literally talking points that he has parroted from other content creators. Now, content creators, we parrot off of each other all the time, right? Just because you use something that somebody else said doesn't mean that you're parroting. But Kevin Ray Wilder's YouTube page is completely devoid of anything. Like, let's just go through. There's very little actionable advice here. So he's going after Rollo Tomassi. The rational male, I demand an apology. It's a fucking joke. Rollo Tomassi is a cowardly liar. I'll get to that here in a second. Rollo Tomassi, super fan, blah, 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 blah. Rollo Tomassi is so repetitive, blah, 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 blah. He debated some dude named Wheat Waffles. We're doing the beta male strategies exposed. Wheat Waffles is wrong. Rollo Tomassi embarrassing. I mean, all this guy does, literally, is he talks shit about content creators who are bigger than them. This is what we call a clout chase. This is what we call a clout chaser and the very definition of a grifter. You want to know why I know this kid's a grifter? Watch this. We go all the way to since the beginning, and he's actually been at this for a while. He's been at this for a while. He has he's obviously not new to this, but you guys can see many years ago, this is 8, 9, 10 years ago, he talked about fitness. And you can see the kid's in good shape. He's in good shape. He's doing workout videos, right? And listen, I went through some of these videos. There is some good information there. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that Kevin Ray Wilder doesn't know what he's talking about in terms of diet and fitness. It appears that he does. He knows his shit. Look at him. He appears to be in great shape, right? But somewhere along the way, he decided, and I don't know that this is what was in his mind, but he figured out, he decided that he really wanted to grow his channel. And in his mind, the quickest way to grow his channel, well, just go after content creators that are above you. So a year ago, red pill versus the white pill, right? And in the beginning, he used to, look, no fap journey day 15, I'm all for that. Why good-looking guys still fail with women, I like that. Live with dating coaches, Josh and David, okay. Again, if you're a dating coach, dude, show me the evidence. Show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. Reality of race and attraction. Listen, guys, these are good, solid, these are very, very good talking points, good videos, great subject matter. Confidence, the psychology of confidence, no fap journey day number 21. Love it. These are very, very good videos, but as you guys can see, he's not really getting very many views. He's putting out video after video after video. Well, somewhere along the way, he decided to grift over. You guys see how this happened? You see how this happened? See, down here is, the black pillars are right? Rethinking the red pill. White pill philosophy explained. Looks maxing. Now all of a sudden he wants to go, okay, well, let's build a name for ourselves. Owen Cook, does he actually have game? Is that a serious question? Are you kidding me with this? Then, of course, does Myron Gaines actually have any game? Still not really picking up too much traction. Does Modern Life Dating actually have any game? Charisma, does Donovan Sharpe actually have any game? Okay, all right. Then he says, Donovan Sharpe thinks men can't cheat. Worst take, blah, 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 blah. Then, of course, the whole Fresh and Fit bomb dropped. And his next 87 videos are about nothing but Fresh and Fit. So this is where he grifted. Fresh Cap CEO. Then he, of course, debated MGTOW Dictionary. Fresh and Fit, Griftosphere featuring Rollo Tomasi and Donovan Sharpe and blah, 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 blah. Leaked footage. So he came over to the dark side and decided, you know what? I'm going to build a channel the easy way. I'm going to go after these guys, and I'm just going to talk shit about them, and I'm going to build a following. But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with this. The problem with this is that the only subscribers or fans you're going to get are only fans simply because you talk shit about other content creators. They don't give a shit what you have to say about looks maxing. No, they want to hear you talk shit about the content creators they don't like. It's no coincidence that when he came on with me at 7,500 subscribers, that was, a month ago. He's only gained 600 subscribers since then because he doesn't offer any real actionable advice. He just doesn't. All he does is talk shit about bigger content creators. Rollo Tomasi is 53, 54 years old. He wrote the revolutionary book series, The Rational Male. Rollo Tomasi has saved lives into the thousands. People around the world hail Rollo Tomasi. This is why we call him the Godfather. And for this snot-nosed punk, just out of diapers, to sit here and talk this kind of shit and insult a man that has quite literally saved thousands of men from either ending themselves or a life of misery, the fact that this kid thinks that he can build a brand on the back of attacking Rollo Tomasi, that speaks to his very ignorance. Kevin Ray Wilder is looking for a shortcut. He paid his dues. He wasn't getting anywhere, likely because his content wasn't any good. And he decided, you know what? I'm going to build a following just attacking people. And here's the thing. There's a big difference between critiquing and attacking. See, Kevin likes to say, well, I mean, I'm critiquing his work, and I'm calling... No, you're not calling out anybody. You're hurling insults. These are insults. Rollo Tomasi is a cowardly liar. Super fan. Rollo Tomasi is so repetitive. These are insults. Chad Simps for Fresh and Fit. Beta male strategies. Hang on a second. Listen, Fresh and Fit get cooked up. That's all this kid does. That is literally all he does. You cannot build a brand that way. You can't do it. At some point, you're going to run out of people to talk shit about, especially when they ignore you. So you guys can see Kevin's strategy is go after a big-time content creator. If he gets some sort of response, challenge them to a debate. If they ignore him or tell him no, XYZ content creator is afraid of me. He's running from me. And as you guys could see, just with that email string that Heather so eloquently strung together, that was completely not true. You see what Kevin likes to do? Kevin operates in bad faith. Any interaction you have with men like this, they will always twist it around to make you look cowardly or bad. Case in point, Anthony Johnson. I pulled out of the 21 convention because of Stefan Molyneux. I said, look, man, it's a race thing, blah, 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 blah. Anthony said, hey, man, respect your decision. The door's always open. I sent him a text message. Hey, man, I've done some thinking, talked to CGA, talked to AMS. I'm happy to put that aside. I'm happy to put that aside. Anthony said, all right, well, listen, we've got slots available. So basically he didn't like that I pulled out. Well, what Anthony did is said that, well, Donovan begged me to come back to 21. See, that's what Kevin Ray Wilder does. That simple email conversation from someone I pay, and he characterizes that as, well, he's running from me. This is why you can't interact with guys like this. Because no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they're going to twist it around to make you look bad. That is called operating from a position of bad faith. I did not run from the debate. I didn't beg to get back into the 21 convention. This is what guys like Kevin do. Any interaction you have with them, it is going to be twisted around. Let's take a look at this Grand Cam guy. Grand Cam's a fucking joke. He's a joke. He is. He doesn't, again, I don't see any sort of, I don't even know what his Instagram is. Listen, dealing with personal issues, all right. I'm good with that. How I benefited from the RP who coached me, that was a month ago. But apparently he got coached by Kevin Ray Wilder and is now a white pill advocate. He is now a white pill advocate. So, now, if Kevin and Cameron, Grand Cam, are watching this, they would probably say to themselves, in response to what I just said about not having resist, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Yes, the hell you do. It's for the same reason this is the same reason I prove what I talk about. You see, guys, I don't just put out receipts to brag about myself. Okay? I do this to show you guys that I do know what I'm talking about. Anybody can say anything. Anybody can say, well, I've slept with 100 girls and I know how to do this. And show me the receipts. Kevin Samuels likes to say, hey, show me the work. Show me the work. I see not one shred of evidence that these guys have ever been successful with women, except for what they tell us. Yet, they're acting like the very females they claim to slay on a nightly basis. So, to Kevin and Grant, well, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. That's my privacy. Well, then, my friend, this is why you guys are stuck at 39 subscribers for a Grand Cam. You see, Kevin and Cameron, your fans don't watch you because they actually like you. Oh, no. They watch you because you make fun of the content creators they don't like. It's just this past election. People who voted for our current president didn't really vote for him as much as it was against the incumbent. Nobody took JB seriously. The guy can't remember if it's April or October. He doesn't remember what he had for lunch yesterday. What is he, 97 years old? No. Anything to get the orange man out of the White House. Well, this is who their fans are. Your fans are little more than, I don't want to call them fanboys. Your fans watch you because they like to see you going after guys like us. That's it. You guys aren't doing coaching calls. Who the hell are you coaching? Now, I will say this. Any Kevin Ray Wilder fan watching, don't unsubscribe from him. Continue to watch him. Continue to watch him. And if you're thinking about getting coaching from him, more power to you. Who knows? Maybe he's actually given these guys knowledge. But ask yourself this. What proof does he have that he's successful? The kid is 28 years old. How much experience could you possibly have with women at 28 years old? He lives in Vietnam. I don't know how long he's been there, but he clearly doesn't have too much current experience with American women, right? He doesn't have too much experience with American women as far as I know. He lives in Vietnam, yet he's acting like he's God's gift to this male community. So the answer, Grand Cam and Kevin, yeah, you got to show receipts. Because if you don't show receipts, and this is why they're not going anywhere, because people know they just talk. They just talk. That's all they do. This guy is wrong. And really, why? Tell us why. Tell us why. Oh, what about your receipts, Donovan? Well, it just so happens that I brought a few with me. And guys, this is a fraction of the fraction of my receipts. So Kevin and Cameron, well, what about your receipts, Donovan? Pfft. You'd have to go very far to find them. Dude, I have scores of pictures with scores of girls, scores of text messages, and these are old school. Dude, I'm talking from Windows Phone, the dinky little Android phone that you get refurbished so you end up paying $15. Oh yeah, I've got all that stuff. Go to my Instagram, go to my Facebook, you'll see all of that stuff. In my opening montage, all of my receipts. All my receipts. The girl in the top left, single mother, I met at the club. The girl in the upper right, that is the girl, Christiana, who tried to have a baby without my permission. That's her, upper right-hand corner. That is Christiana. You guys remember that story? You guys remember that story? Bottom left. Shit, I should know this girl's name. The girl on the bottom left, first stripper I ever dated. Dated her for maybe 6 months. Cheated on me the entire time. She was hot, but she was unfaithful. I do not remember the girl in the bottom right. I'm sorry, I don't. Yes. This is me and my homeboy Josh hanging out at the Diablo Cantina right across from the MGM Grand, as you guys can see there in the background. Now, I tried to angle for a threesome, failed miserably, but I fucked the blonde on the right, couldn't bang the girl on the left. I went 1 for 2, not bad at all. I really thought I had that taken care of. I have no idea who this girl is, but as you guys can see, I'm doing my level best to hide the fact that I'm probably as high as a kite. I'm told, I think I might have had sex with her because I remember waking up at her place. I couldn't tell you what did or didn't happen. Who knows? Another couple of girls I tried to angle a threesome with. Now, the girl on the bottom right had horrible, horrible breath. The girl on the left, fucked her that night. She was engaged. That, of course, is myself and Christiana. Again, there's beardless Donovan, right? Yes, the Vegas archives. These are just me and this is my Vegas crew. This is my Vegas crew. Let me hide my, yeah, this is my Vegas crew. The bottom middle, from left to right, his name is Tarun. We call him Big Rune. Dude never worked a day in his life because his dad was like a zillionaire. The guy in the middle, of course, is me. The guy to my left, Sam, we called him Bam Bam. And then on the far right, Fat Tony. The picture on the right, me and my boy Josh. I think this is at Dre's. We were ready, dude. We were in hunting mode. We were hunting these bitches. And dude, that's the game face. We're like, yo, we're trying to fuck these bitches tonight. That's what it was. Then, of course, me and him, picture in the middle, acting like we're cooler than we are. Top middle, that's me and my guy Chris. Again, I'm doing my level best to try to hide the fact that I'm high. And Chris couldn't stop laughing, so we called this picture Comedy and Tragedy. Picture on the far left, we actually got stood up by a few girls that we had met out on the strip. We're trying to figure out, okay, what's the next game plan? Picture on the upper right, there's my guy Josh to my right. One of my oldest friends, Eric, who I've known since I was 18, 19 years old. I don't know who the guy on the left is. But that's the point, guys. That's the point. If you got, and to me, it is my personal responsibility. I would be doing you a disservice to ask you for $5 a month, $10 a month to become a patron, subscribe to my channel, become a member, if you guys didn't know unequivocally that I did not know what I was talking about. You gotta have the receipts. You wouldn't go to a money manager who didn't have two nickels to rub together, would you? Of course not. You wouldn't hire a personal trainer or a dietitian that was fat. Of course not. Then what the fuck are you hiring this guy for coaching when you have no idea that he knows what he's talking about? No idea what he's talking about. So let's go ahead and get this video. Started here. And again, to stay out of trouble with the YouTube police and copyright strikes and all that, I have sped up the video. I have turned it around so everything is going to be backwards, and it's all in black and white, and there's some other effects to it. Actually, before we do that, let me read out my super chats. Double H. Double H is a guy like Kevin Wilder can get with a different girl every night. Just go to the right section of town and have the cash needed. Just have to watch out for the decoys when the poo-poo are doing stings. Kevin's a good-looking guy. He's a good-looking guy, but he's barking up the wrong tree. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Double H also says, who is Wilder's next target? KS? Who knows? Look, this is a bad strategy. This is a bad strategy, man. I mean, if he really... I'm not kidding. I'm done helping this kid. I'm done taking the high road with this kid. Both of these guys are fucking clowns, and you guys are about to see how big of clowns they really are. It's insane. Devin says, this show isn't about Kevin Ray Wilder. It's about guys like him that we all meet in life and how to handle them. Yeah, absolutely. Lair Signal 94 says he's a nobody and he knows it. He's going to run out of gas, stamina. That's what separates the winners from the losers. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Slapduck on the Sharpe stream side says, yes, ignore him. Also says, if I mouthed off like this in 91, I'd be knocked out. Yeah. See, again, the reason Kevin is... Dude, no one who talks about me on the internet would ever say anything that they're saying to my face. They just wouldn't. That's just not the way of it. But even then, that fault, dude, all of that facade, that bravado disappeared when he actually got onto camera with me. Now, you tell me who the coward is. You tell me who the coward is. Apollo says, even without seeing receipts on the Sharpe stream site, says, I just implemented what Donovan talked about, and my dating life and my life in general has improved leaps and bounds. I appreciate that. Like, where are your testimonials? Where are guys vouching for your expertise? I'm not saying that you don't have them, but again, I need to see evidence that you know what the fuck you're talking about. Because if you're gonna come after guys like Rollo Tomasi and Rollo's wrong and he's a clown, this and that, like, my nigga, you got to have proof. It's not just what you say. It's not just what you say. James Martinez is in the house, says, a lot of you this is perfect. This is apropos. Exactly. This is James Martinez says, a lot of you YouTube newbies try the same strategy he is using and fail miserably. That is 467% true. People who are young guys, even old guys, when they first come onto YouTube, they see channels like mine, Kevin, AMS. They think, you know what? What's the difference between me and them? If they can do it, I can do it. Oh no. It takes a lot of work and a lot of experience. Not only do you have to have the requisite experience to be able to talk about these things, you have to be able to educate and entertain. Those who cannot educate, entertain, and lack the requisite experience to do both of those things, they do what Kevin Ray Wilder does. And James Martinez, dude, you nailed it right on the head. There are so many YouTubers who just decide to... MGTOW Dictionary did the same thing. Where is he now? What is he, fucking planting tomatoes in his mom's tomato garden? His channel's gone. He overstepped his bounds. Kevin Ray Wilder, dude, he's not going to be around in a year. If he is around in a year, he'll be doing something else. But this whole white pill thing he's trying to carve out, all he's trying to do is to redefine the red pill. It's ridiculous. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, let's get to it.
You could be a red pill guy and have some blue pill moments and just fall for lies and comfortable lies, such as the comfortable lies that Rolo, Donovan, and Fresh and Fit talk about all the time. Yeah. Because they're actually blue pill. All right? So
the comfortable lies that Rolo, Donovan, and Fresh and Fit. What comfortable lies are we telling? What comfortable lies are we telling? Again, this is the rhetoric that we hear in this community. That's the rhetoric we used when we first started. What comfortable lies are you talking about, Kevin? Dude, Fresh and Fit don't tell comfortable lies. They tell hard and fast truths, as do I, as does Rolo Tomasi. All he's trying to do is he's trying to carve out a niche that already exists. Well, these guys just tell comfortable lies. Really? What comfortable lies are there? What comfortable lies? What comfortable lies do we tell that you're talking about?
But before we move on, spank the like button. She's been a naughty girl. And show her who's daddy by subscribing to the channel.
Okay, that was his attempt at being funny. All right.
Don't settle. Every girl that's going to be your girlfriend should be your number one. And before you even make her your girlfriend, you got to train her, coach her to be how you want her to be as your girlfriend.
You know, this is interesting. So Grand Cam, it says, before you make her your girlfriend, you have to train her and coach her to be the kind of woman you want. Yeah, no shit, Grand Cam. I put together a course 2.5 years ago called How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up. Chapter 2, Training, Reward, and Punishment. Grand Cam is sitting here talking about this like this was an original thought of his own inception. Moreover, let's go to the post that he's talking about. So what the post that he's talking about? I'm actually going to put this. Give me a second here. I'm going to put this post up. So you guys all know. You guys have all seen this post, and I'm always very very candid about the things I've done, where I've been, etc., etc. And so. There we go. So what Grand Cam is talking about is an Instagram post from a little while back. Put it on the screen. It says, the best relationship can never be with the woman you love the most. The woman that I've loved the most was a girl named Amy. Number 2 was Tatiana. Number 3 was Jennifer. Number 4 was Christiana. Number 5 is Devin. In the caption, it says, I love my girl, no doubt, but she's maybe 4 or 5 on the list. This is why and how I am able to do what I need to do to keep her in line. When a man is too emotionally invested in a woman, he is not capable of providing the requisite protection she needs from herself or the outside world. A man who is quote-unquote smitten by a woman is a man destined to fail with her, as I did with the first 3 women on this list. This is the post that they're talking about.
Because when you make her your girlfriend, she's already number one in your eyes. So like you already kicked out the other girls in your rotation, say, hey, start number 1.
Give me a second.
Spank the like button. She's been a naughty girl. And show her who's daddy by subscribing to the channel.
Don't settle. Every girl that's going to be your girlfriend should be your number one. And she
See, there we go. We already know that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Every girl that's going to be your girlfriend should be your number 1. No. And that's the first thing. Number 2, he's talking about don't settle. Who said I settled for anything? Who said I settled for anything? See, this is where Grand Cam has to do his research. Do your research. Learn, read, watch videos. I trained Devin for 18 months before I gave her the title of girlfriend. Devin worked very, very difficult for my commitment, and she continues to work even to this day. So by Grand Cam talking about this in such a way, this proves that A, he has no fucking clue what he's talking about, and B, he has no idea what my relationship is like with Devin before or during.
Before you even make her your girlfriend, you got to train her, coach her to be how you want her to be as your girl.
More parroting, Cam. More parroting. Dude, I talked about this 2.5 years ago. Try again.
Because when you make her your girlfriend, she's already number 1 in your eyes. So like you already kicked out the other girls in your rotation, say, hey, sorry ladies, like you're out. If you're going to be open about being monogamous with her, not in an open relationship, like you're going to be monogamous, you got to kick those other girls out And
You got to kick those other girls out. Says who? Says who? Law number 19 of the 49 laws of Sharpe. Girlfriends are better than wives. The reason for that is because when you're married, you have to be monogamous. Otherwise, you lose half your shit, especially if you have kids. Right? Girlfriends are much more motivated to stay in shape, stay fit, stay feminine, etc., etc. So just because you make a girl your main chick does not mean you kick out all of the other girls. You want to know why I say this? Because now you lose your abundance mentality. When your girlfriend knows that you can't or won't step out on her, she starts to misbehave. There's no more competition anxiety. So by Grand Camp, well, you kick out other girls and blah, 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 blah. Dude, listen, maybe you do want to kick out the other girls. You don't go and tell your woman that. You keep that competition anxiety engaged. Something Grand Cam clearly knows nothing about.
let this girl know why you're making her your girlfriend.
Oh my God. Let this girl know why you're making her your girlfriend. Should there really be any... So when you commit to a woman, okay, this is why I'm making you my girlfriend, because you did X, Y, Z, A, B, and C. No, your girl knows why you made her your girlfriend because you made that clear during the training. If you want to be my girl, this is required. Or you can do it the non-passive passive way. I don't date women who don't stay in shape. I don't date women who don't cook. I don't date women who don't clean. I don't date women who keep a messy house. You're indirectly letting her know what you don't tolerate. So guess what? If you want a chance at this commitment, these are the things that you have to change.
As your number one option.
Yeah, and just think of it this way, who settles for things? Who takes what they can get? Betas.
Okay, so they're characterizing this particular post as me settling, right? Who says I settled for Dev? Number one. Number two. Somebody actually said something in the chat. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Because this is a very good question. Yes, Dr. B84 and says, and she's supposed to ask you, not the other way around. Exactly. You never, ever, ever ask a girl to be your girlfriend. You never angle for a long-term committed relationship first. You wait for her to do it. Well, what if she never does? Then she doesn't like you as much as you thought she did, player. You see, what happens is when you angle for a long-term relationship first, that lets the girl know that she has satisfied every requirement that you have of her to earn your commitment. A lot of guys like to say, will you be my girlfriend? Yeah, sure. Okay, you can't go to the bar or the club. You can't text your ex-boyfriend. You can't do this. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. You asked me to be my girlfriend. Or you asked me to be my boyfriend. I said yes. Now you're going to put in all these stipulations? Fuck that.
Nope.
No, go find somebody else. This is why you never angle for a long-term relationship first. That's strike 4 against Grand Cam. This dude has no fucking clue what he's talking about. No idea.
Strives for greatness. Alphas.
Yeah.
See, here we go. So now the settling thing. Who strives for greatness? Alphas. Yes.
Right? It's literally the most beta male thing. It's literally the most beta male thing to just settle for. Because basically what you're doing when you settle for someone is it's basically an admission that you don't think you can find anything better, or you're not willing to put the time and the effort to find something better. Or you don't think.
And look at Grand Cam dancing. And who the hell said that I settled? I didn't settle for Devin. I put Devin through her paces. Does Kevin or Cameron even know the story behind me and Dev's relationship? Have I ever said directly or implied, well, I couldn't find another girl, so I settled for Devin? See, this is the same question. This is the same question that a lot of guys like to ask. Well, if these guys are red pill, if these guys are really the alphas of the world, then why aren't they spinning 21-year-old plates? Why isn't Donovan's girlfriend half her age? Well, I'll tell you why. Because girls half Devin's age require twice the work. Now, 10, 15 years ago, I had the time. And guess what? I was spinning 20, 21-year-old plates. Had a great time doing it. But something happened on the way to the oft-fabled playa status. You grow up. Does this mean that I'm not attracted to young, hot 20-somethings anymore? Of course not. I'm still very much attracted to young, hot girls. But in order to train a young hot girl and keep her in line takes a hell of a lot more than it takes to train and maintain a 45-year-old woman. It just does. Well, if you were alpha enough, then you would just do it. It's not about alphaness, guys. It's about time. Dude, a lot of guys in the MGTOW sphere says, hey, man, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. That's something that I concur with when it comes to dating young hot girls. But listen, there's a price for everything. When you're dating when you have a young hot girl or girlfriend, you're going to have to put up with some bullshit. You're going to have to pull up with incessant nagging, incessant whining. Then there's the pretty privilege. Dude, oh my God. I dated a girl. Her name was Chrissy. Hard 10, smoke show. Other than fucking her, I couldn't stand being around her because she just complained too goddamn much. She was self-entitled, self-absorbed. It was a headache. Dude, she was a complete hit. Now, I fucked her for almost 3 years, but I never committed to her exclusively because I just didn't have the time to deal with her. Hell, I don't have time to deal with her now. So, and again, these guys, by asking this question, we have to strive for greatness. Well, what do you define as great? A girl that's just young and hot? Oh, a young hot girl is greatness, really? Well, what can she do to help my business? Is she high maintenance or low maintenance? Listen, listen, I'm not suggesting that you don't go after young hot girls, but if you are a man in my position, I work 10 hours a day on average. Dr. Rick. I work a lot of hours, guys. I'm trying to build an empire. I'm trying to build a legacy. I have a business to run. I do not have the time. I do not have the time to train a 20, 21-year-old girl at this point. I just don't. I simply do not have the time. Now, that doesn't mean that it doesn't take time, effort, and energy to keep Devin in line, because trust me, it most certainly does. But the younger and hotter the girl, the more time and effort it takes. That's just a fact of life. And if you don't have that kind of time, there's no need in fucking with these girls. Let's just say Devin was half her age. Let's say that she was 23 years old. There's no way that I would have accomplished in the span of time that I've accomplished what I've accomplished now. No way. No fucking way. I would never have time to be in the studio. I'd have to train her, retrain her, train her again. That's just not how it works. Young, hot girls take time and effort and energy. Now, who knows? When I'm 55 and retired, and I have generational wealth and I can retire, who knows? Maybe then I'll trade Devin in for a younger model. That's real talk. And want to know why I might? Is because I would have the time. I simply do not have the time to be chasing after young, hot girls or maintaining them in a relationship. And if either of these guys had any experience dating young, hot girls exclusively, they would understand the time and effort it takes.
I think it's worth it, right? But if you're actually like teaching this stuff, no offense to Donovan, but like you're not even dating, monogamously dating as well, right? Because like you said, it's a whole different thing if you're just dating around and you're just like, hey, this one girl, you know, I'm not super physically attracted to her, but we have a great time.
I'm not super physically attracted to her. We have a great time. I'm very physically attracted to Devin. See, Kevin is putting, like, what are we doing? River Bacon with the $5 super chat says comfortable. That's hilarious because it's the only word to dismiss as not important because there's nothing comfortable about it. Exactly. Fresh and fit. Hang on a second. Fresh and fit with the $50 super chat. Says this guy DMs almost every girl that comes on the show or that I've dated, asking them to come on his show for an interview to, quote, expose me. He also begged the both of us to come onto his platform as well. The thirst is real. He can't make original content. I appreciate that, Myron. Yeah, Kevin is incapable of making original content. That's why he has to talk about other people. And he knows he can't talk about nobodies because otherwise he wouldn't get anywhere. And he still wouldn't. Let's continue. Appreciate that, Myron.
Than in the bedroom, so I like to hang out with her, but I'm not going to commit to her, that's fine. But if you're in a committed monogamous relationship where you block yourself off to other sexual prospects in the form of women, right? Mm-hmm. Of other women in the world, it's like, why the hell would you settle, man?
Did you hear what he said? If you commit to one woman and block yourself off from other women, why would you settle? That's not settling. That's just called being in a monogamous relationship, gentlemen. Kevin, Cam, I don't know that you guys know this, but spinning plates takes time. Every dude wants to be fucking 5 girls at the same time until they're fucking 5 girls at the same time. Dude, even when I was fucking 2 or 3 girls at the same time, guys, it's work. Dude, there are some times you have to fuck when you don't want to fuck. Just because you're tired of fucking. These guys have no idea what I'm talking about. They think I'll just have girls come. No, it does not work that way. It takes a lot of time. You have to bang it. You have to bang every girl at least twice. At least twice. And if they're on separate days, you're fucking 6-7 days a week. Now, to a 23, 24-year-old guy, that sounds great, but those guys lack the requisite game to be able to accomplish something like that. So for Kevin to suggest that me, and I'm not blocking myself off to other women, I'm just not pursuing other women because I'm working on building my leg. I just don't have the time. But he calls that settling. No, nobody is settling. Just because you settle down doesn't mean you settle, Kevin.
If you're settling like that, like, what are you...
See, he keeps saying settle. Nobody is settling, Kevin. Who the fuck said See, again, this is what this guy does. He wants to characterize things the way he wants to characterize them. I have never said nor implied that I ever settled for Devin. I put her through her paces, and she will be the first, second, and third to tell you that.
Doing? Like, why?
Facts.
If you're actually teaching us stuff as well, shouldn't you be dating the girl that you want to date? You know?
I am dating the girl that I want to date, Kevin.
No? Like, I just don't understand that logic. Because
See, I don't understand that logic. Kevin, I am dating the girl that I want to date. I want to date Devin. Who said that I'm dating a woman that I don't want to date? So once again, Kevin is literally just mischaracterized. He took one situation and he's gotten all the way. So now all of a sudden Donovan doesn't want to date Devin. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Again, I think there's a disconnect because, and maybe some of the YouTube audience of some of these, manosphere guys, they relate to it because they're beta males themselves. They're like, oh, I could totally see settling for somebody. Like, what? And also,
again, I could totally see settling for somebody. Who suggest?
So look at it this way too, man. Doesn't that also show the whole thing of like when with the rational male, they say, oh, women go through the epiphany phase, and then they like to fuck the alpha male guy when they're younger, but then when they get older, they want to fuck the beta male guy for security. What is that? like that's a perfect example of that in action. You know what I mean? That's why I don't throw. Look, I don't like to seriously throw around like alpha and beta because I think alpha and beta are good ways to say, okay,
oh, here he goes again. I don't use this lightly, but
okay, well, here's what the ideal exactly. Here's what the ideal man does, and here's what the unideal man does, right? Yes. And you can shift in states of being like, oh, I had a beta male moment or I had an alpha male moment, right? You just want to have more alpha male moments than beta male moments, more of an alpha male mindset than a beta male mindset. But I'm very careful with saying like this person is a beta male completely all the time.
Here we go.
Beta males can have alpha male moments. Alpha males can have beta male moments. Yes. You know what I mean? But that being the case, like if you had to say like, okay, well, what's a definitional beta move based on the rational male, which is supposedly the Bible of the manosphere, right? It says it in the book itself that girls will go through their hoe phase in their 20s, right, and always want to fuck the hot guy at the phone cannon party, and then eventually they'll reach the epiphany phase, and then they'll start to settle for guys with a lower SMV, or not a lower SMV, a lower attractiveness,
right?
Right, which I think is tied to SMV, but that's a whole different thing. So if you're doing that, just by Rollo's definition, by the rational male definition, what is Donovan doing there? And he says himself that his girlfriend used to sleep around, right? So what's Donovan doing there? His girlfriend used to sleep around, fucking, the hot dudes at the phone cannon party. Now that she's in like her 30s or 40s, I don't know what her actual age is.
She's 45.
I think either late 30s or early 40s. She's settling down with another guy who's willing to be monogamous with her in a committed relationship. You understand why this is so confusing?
Kevin, you're a fucking idiot, dude. See, now, this is why guys like Kevin are never going to get anywhere.
Keith?
Okay. So you heard what he said. By definition, and this is what he tried to do,
Kevin?
some cross-pollination.
No,
well, Rollo said this,
yeah.
but you said or did that,
That's
so you're
Kevin.
contradicting yourself.
And I definitely
Kevin, I
know
need you to
his
listen
name.
and listen good.
It
You got to
was
do your
just
research, homie.
emotional cheating.
You see, Devin
Oh, it was
got
definitely
married
cheating.
at 21.
As in, like,
Yes,
he fucked
Devin
me.
got married at 21
Yeah,
years
I think
old.
It's just time that I
She was
step
married
up
to the
my
same
work
guy for
wardrobe.
18
I wanna
years.
fuck Kevin.
I
so
met her
I
6
wanna look
months
better for
after
him.
the divorce when she
I
was
want my
39
hair
years
look
old.
bad at work.
So no, Kevin.
I want Kevin to
Devin didn't
notice me.
sleep around in her
So
20s.
I'm
She
curling
didn't go to
my
the
Always
Cancun with
wear
the
red
hot
lipstick
foam.
to work.
No.
Kevin
This doesn't
says
mean
he
that Devin
likes
is some
red
sort of
lipstick.
snowflake or unicorn.
worried
Like,
about my
don't look.
hoops?
Don't get it twisted.
It's just
Don't
work.
get it twisted.
Yep.
When Devin
you
got
guessed it.
separated, when she got divorced,
Trying to
she
fuck
was
Kevin.
being a hoe.
I'm working on this crazy project
Oops.
with Kevin. I want to fuck Kevin, so I volunteered for the project. Kevin really helps me with a lot of different things. I asked for Kevin's help so I
What
could
are you
have a
talking
reason
about,
to
Dev?
be close to him. The accounting department is going to
is it?
Outback tonight. Kevin and I are meeting up
Oh,
at
my bad.
Starbucks.
Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. Thank you. Sorry about that. So let me start that again. So Devin got married when she was 21 years old. Married 21 years old. She was married to her husband for 18 years. They divorced when she was 39. That's when I met her. Now, that doesn't mean that Devin is some sort of snowflake or unicorn. Nope. Because in the 6 months that had passed between her getting divorced from her husband and her meeting me, guess what? She slept around. Oh, yes, she was absolutely being a hoe. Absolutely. But the fact that she was married for 18 years and didn't have all of the mileage that women her age normally have, that's actually one of many reasons why I actually said, you know what? She's a little older, but she's still attractive, and she didn't ride the carousel all through her 20s and 30s. This woman was married. She gave it she gave it the old college try. I don't want to get into details, but she really tried. But the point is that she was married for 18 years. She wasn't the type of bitch that just pulls the ripcord. Well, I'm not happy anymore, so I'm just going to go. Nah. She gave this man almost 2 decades of her life. It didn't work out, and that's when I met her. Now, she most certainly was fucking around when I met her. Absolutely. Ain't no doubt about that. But the fact that she didn't sleep around in her 20s and all through she spent 6 months on the carousel. Okay, I can work with that. That, along with her advanced age, so she didn't have as much mileage, she was a little older, right? That's what made her attractive as a prospect for a potential relationship. The fact that she hadn't sport fucked her way through her 20s and 30s and that she was damn near 40 years old, that's actually what gave me sort of that's actually what made it easier. Because if I'd met a 30-year-old who had never been married, still a smoke show, fucked all the way through her 20s, I wouldn't have been able to train that woman. Because at that point, she's got the femininity fucked out of her. You can't tell these women anything. So what Kevin Ray Wilder is suggesting here, what he is suggesting is that Devin had sex with guys all through her 20s, all through her 30s, then met me at 39, 40 years old, and now she settled with me because I decided to be monogamous with her. My man, who says that I'm monogamous? Number one. Number two, you got to get your facts straight, Kevin. What Kevin likes to do is he likes to take snippets from other content creators and apply it to other content creators and say, well, they're contradicting each other. Listen, Rollo and I are not lockstep in a lot of different things. We do have some philosophical differences. Yes, we agree on just about everything. But just because he says something and I happen to say something that's the opposite, nobody's contradicting anybody. Use me to contradict me. Don't use somebody else to contradict somebody else.
To me, like, why do you guys follow these guys seriously? They contradict themselves constantly based on their own books that they freaking like shill. So for example, let's say
yeah, see, based on their own books, Kevin, that's not what happened. You got to do your research, buddy.
Right? Somebody is like, yeah, so the Bible is the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing on earth. It's God's word. And yet they go around like raping and killing people and cheating on their lives.
The fuck's that got to do with anything, Kevin?
Premarital sex and all this other types of shit. It's like, dude, the very thing that you say is like the manual of how to live a life. You do the exact opposite of it.
I do the exact opposite of how, Kevin? How is what I've done with Devin the exact opposite of what I teach and preach? How?
This is why the manosphere is just so inherently, it's all about cognitive dissonance. It is the cognitive dissonance sphere. It's terrible. Yes. That's why I still use
the cognitive dissonance sphere. Oh, how clever. Kevin is not as smart as he thinks he is, man.
The word manosphere in the sense of like people understand as like guys who talk about men's issues, guys who talk about male self-improvement, right?
That's literally what I do, Kevin.
But the people who are associated, the people who are when you hear the manosphere, you think of like Rollo, Donovan, Fresh and Fit. I can't associate myself with these guys. They're such hypocrites and they contradict everything they say. It's like I can't trust them and their advice is terrible.
I'm a hypocrite. Can't trust anything I say because my advice is terrible. How do you know my advice is terrible, Kevin? How do you know? How am I a hypocrite? This guy.
Because of that, we still have a lot of the same red pill truths, right? But because they look at it through a beta male lens, shit like this happens. Where
shit like what happens? What happened, Kevin?
These things logically make no sense. They say one thing, but their actions in their personal life say another.
I say one thing and do another. I have never said one thing and done another. Like I don't. How am I a hypocrite, Kevin? How am I a hypocrite?
Yep. I don't understand how people can follow people like that.
Yeah, see, the reason why you don't understand how people can follow them is because you don't understand. These guys in this video, I don't know how these guys have such a following. It's because we know what we're talking about. There's a couple of 28, 29-year-old kids acting like they know more than we do. What the fuck are these guys doing?
This is the issue. This is why tribalism and being part of a blue pill ideology is so dangerous, right? Because you're going to start simping for somebody who it makes no sense to simp.
Simping for somebody. So I simped for Devin? Like, what do we do? Like, what? Simping. So now I'm blue pill and I'm a simp. Okay.
For in terms of the actual action that they're taking, right?
The actual action that we're taking. So now Kevin is telling me that I don't practice what I preach. Kevin, my man, even people who hate me, people who, listen, I do not like Donovan, but that dude's a real one. He's a real one.
If the roles were reversed, you would treat it completely differently. And so if you ask yourself that question, if the roles were reversed, would I still have the same position? And your answer is no. That shows you that you are simping for a certain ideology and you're just a zealot for that. And you need to start changing your mind. This is advice to...
Oh, so we're simping for an ideology. Got it. So believing in ideology is simp. Okay, got it.
The Donovan fanboys. I don't know how many
the Donovan fanboys.
of them will end up watching this, but...
Yeah, and make sure, Donovan fanboys, when you watch, you subscribe, like, comment, and also go on Kevin Ray Wilder's channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, like all his videos, and comment on all his videos, and say how Kevin Ray Wilder is changing your life, and by watching his content, you're now becoming an alpha male. And when you're watching the Grand Male podcast, too. And you can go on the Grand Cam channel. For anybody who's, like, so stuck and on the...
Once again, guys, this shows that you can't give people like this clout. Let me show you guys something. And this is why Kevin is never going to be. This is why he's never going to make it in this. He's never going to make it in this in this space. He's never going to make it in this space. Let me go ahead and bring this up. So this is the comments section of the video that we're watching, right? And so someone said, hang on a second. He said, oh boy, wait a minute. Oh, I made it too big. My bad there. Here we go. Okay, so he said, so this guy tells him, he says, you just debated Donovan and had a good, calm debate, and you go back to using his name again? Kevin says, it's for that exact reason that we had a good debate where he acknowledged the flaws in his rhetoric that I have even more responsibility to call him out when he posts something ridiculous. Number one, I didn't acknowledge any flaw in my rhetoric. Kevin agreed with everything I said and then pointed out the exception to the rule. Number two, I agree with Kevin in this regard, right? You don't have to tell people that I agreed with you to have a reason to criticize me. Listen, I don't have a problem with that. Just because we had a debate doesn't mean that I'm just automatically absolved from his criticism. No, please, by all means, criticize away. But then he said, calls me out when he posts something ridiculous. Say that to my fucking face, Kevin. Say that to my face. You see, and again, this is why this kid is never going to do anything in this sphere. He doesn't call anyone out. All you do is insult people. You're talking shit about my girl. You're telling everyone that my girl slept around in her 20s and 30s. She was married for 18 years, so you're wrong there. And then number two, you're going to tell me that I'm contradicting myself, that I'm not who I say I am. Right? So how about this, Kevin? If you have a disagreement, send Heather. This is the right way to do this. Hey, Heather, I saw that Donovan posted something about loving Devin the fifth most in his life, and I would like to come on and discuss why I think that this is the wrong thing. That's how you do it. But to call me out when I post something ridiculous without telling me first, that's being a fucking weasel. You don't want to help people, Kevin. You don't want to help people. You want to take every interaction, everything that you see, and call it ridiculous and try to make yourself look smarter and better. So the next guy says, I kind of see where Jiffy is coming from, although I would put it differently. You had a 2-hour debate where you spent 99% of the time agreeing fundamentally, and your only small point of difference with him was his choice of rhetoric. Meanwhile, debating and thinking Donovan is blue pill and employing beta male strategies, which he may well be. I don't buy DS as an alpha either. And you don't bring that up. He self-admitted settling was known before you debated. Again, I did not settle for Devin. I settled down with her. He says, you're behaving in a feminine way. You know how women will be all fake nice to each other when face to face. When they go talk to each other, they say all the stuff that they didn't have the guts to say directly to the other girl. For example, her fake tits look awful. She has terrible taste in clothes. She's a slut. It is ambiguous to what you're doing, fundamentally agreeing with him, being nice during your conversation, and then later altering his picture in a thumbnail and talking about how he really is a blue pill male, employing beta strategies in his own life. Had you said that you believed in your debate would be fine, but doing it in this way is feminine, bitchy type move in my opinion. He said, I didn't agree with Donovan. Donovan agreed with me when I pressed him on his rhetoric. He conceded a bunch of points I didn't. What? Are you kidding me? I didn't concede anything. He said at the end of the debate, when I asked him if he would change his rhetoric, he said that he wouldn't because it'd be less catchy, revealing, okay, whatever. So I wouldn't change my rhetoric because it's less catchy. Is that what you're saying? So let me go back here. Because it's less catchy, huh? Yet you want to call Rollo Tomasi a cowardly liar. You want to call me a beta male, right?
Yo, what's good? How you doing?
So you're the only one allowed to use catchy tunes and or catchy rhetoric. Yet I don't do it the way you do it. You do it to insult people. Kevin is a troll, guys. That's what this comes down to. He is a glorified troll. The very definition of a troll is someone who pokes fun at somebody else who is doing more than them to get that person's attention. This is literally exactly what Kevin does. He is a glorified troll. He has 8,000 subscribers. He'll probably top out at 10, and then he's out of here. Nobody buys anything and again, I haven't heard anything that suggests that he knows what he's talking about. All he is talking about is what we aren't. Donovan's a beta. He's not alpha. He's contradicting himself. Tell me why. Kevin, tell me why. And the reason you can't tell me why is because you don't have the correct information. You don't have the correct information. I didn't settle with Devin. I settled down with her. Devin didn't ride the carousel through her 20s and 30s. She was married through her 20s and 30s. Yes, she slept around. That doesn't mean that she slept around in her 20s and 30s. Idiot. This guy is so transparently disingenuous. It's ridiculous. Dude, no wonder why Rich Cooper and Myron and all them ignore this guy. That's all this guy does.
Whole top 20%, it doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is how are you benefiting your life? How are you pushing yourself? Don't use external data to give you what your destiny is going to look like. Because if I use that whole data thing, you know what I would have been like? A freaking loser. I would have been a simp, would have been a beta boy for the rest of my life, never would have had any girl take me seriously, would not have the rotation of girls that I ever had in my life. I think I have booked.
Oh, give me a break. And dude, the 80-20 rule is real, dude. You know what? Actually, let's not take external data. Let's just take real life. Here are the facts, Cameron. Here are the facts, Cameron. Most men are sexually invisible to most women. Those are facts. Those are facts. Most women do not see most men. When you ask women, hey, who cheats more, men or women? Men do. The reason why they say men do is they're not thinking about the whole pool of men. No, they're thinking about the top 10, 20% of men. That's what they are. So it does matter, Cam.
One point, I had 7 girls in my rotation. It's a ridiculous number. And this is not to brag. This is to let you know that when you apply yourself and you push yourself and you learn how to lead and become a man, boom.
Oh, you learn how to lead and become a man, boom. Okay. He actually dropped some knowledge, but tell me, Cam, how do you do that? Let's rewind this.
Any girl take me seriously would not have the rotation of girls that I ever had in my life. I think at one point I had 7 girls in my rotation. It's so ridiculous.
This guy said he had 7 girls in his rotation.
Stop the cap.
Cameron, you couldn't get laid in a fucking brothel, fam. You've had 7 girls. Dude, I've never had 7 girls in a rotation. And if I haven't, I know you haven't. 7 girls in a rotation, huh? Let's crunch some numbers here. If you have 7 girls in a rotation, you've got to be fucking 7 days a week. Having 7 girls in a rotation doesn't mean you've slept with 7 girls in a month. Those might have been one-offs. Those might have been one-night stands. 7 girls in a rotation. See, again, this is why we know this guy has no idea what he's talking about. This guy is straight capping. I've had 7 girls in a rotation. Dude. Even the most skilled players don't have 7 girls in the rotation. What else? Dude, what else do you have time to do, Cam?
number. And this is not to brag. This is to let you know that when you apply yourself and you push yourself and you learn how to lead and become a man, boom, there you go. Now you're set.
Oh, you learned how to become a man. Boom, there you go. Now you're set. Oh, that kind of reminds me of Steve the Dean Williams. This is why me and Steve the Dean had to part ways, because all Steve did was talk about, oh, you got to be a man. You got to. When I press him on how do you do that, it's like a broken record. All Steve does is talk shit about men and hold men accountable for shit that we didn't learn in the first place. This guy's doing the same thing. Well, just how to learn how to band and learn how to lead, and boom, you're all set. Oh, it's just that simple, huh? Well, tell us how you do that, Cam.
Regarding the white pill, okay? The white pill, actually this person mentioned a comment, and I want you to tell me if you agree. This is from Terry McGonis. He's saying the white pill is the hope pill. Opposite of the black pill, they believe that nothing is over, and they have the power to change your outcome. God damn, I fucking love that shit. Kevin, what's your whole take on this?
Boom. He described it perfectly. That's exactly it. People often compare the white pill to the red pill. No, they're complementary to one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
The red pill and the blue pill. The red pill can only be...
There is no such thing as a white pill, guys. There's no such thing as the white pill, man.
compared to the blue pill, all right? It's either...
John Galt says, Donovan, with all due respect, why do you waste your time on fuckers like this? They only drain other people out of their insignificance, try to get attention and self-validation. I hear you, John. I hear you. But I had this guy on to debate. Number one. I tried to do things the right way. He mischaracterized the things that I said. And after I had this debate with him, I put his links in the chat. You know, I thanked him for being on, and now he's going to go off and talk shit about me. Listen, and I know a lot of guys are like, Donovan, why do you say anything about these guys? Leave these guys alone. Listen, I agree with you, but consider this. It's easier for you guys to say, well, just leave the haters alone when you're not the target of the hate. Don't get me wrong, you can't give trolls too much attention, but this guy, like, this is the end all be all. So I don't think I'm wasting my time too much yet, but I'm not going to stand idly by while a man I opened up my platform to, I treated him with the utmost respect and courtesy, I had him on my show, right? Put his links in the chat, told people to go subscribe to his channel, etc., and then he goes off and he calls me a beta, or that I don't know what I'm talking about. Nope, can't let him get away with that.
The truth or a lie, right? And the truth tends to be uncomfortable, the lie tends to be comfortable. But technically, you're ascribing a value judgment there by saying uncomfortable or comfortable. Technically, it's not in the domain of morality. Actually, Rolo says this himself, and he's right about this. It's amoral, right? It's either the truth or a lie, right? But
you know what I figured out about these guys? Kevin and this guy, Grand Cam, all they do is talk. They're red pill masturbators. There's nothing practical about what they're saying. All they're doing is talking philosophy, and they're just talking in these circles, round and round and round. Everything they talk about is just based in theory. And as we all know, everything works in theory, right? Everything works in theory. Everything sounds good in theory. But these guys don't have the receipts. Cam says he's got a rotation to 7 girls. That's bullshit. Show me your work. Well, I don't have to prove anything. Yes, the fuck you do. If you're going to be a content creator, if you want people to take you seriously, if you had a 7-girl rotation, fam, we need receipts. Otherwise, people are going to see you for the joke that you are. All these guys do is talk about theory and philosophy and the truth. Nah, man. Nope. No, these guys are not living the lives they say they're living. All they do is talk about it. That's all they do is talk about it. These guys' audience are what we call red pill masturbators. They listen to red pill content all day, every day, but they don't actually go out and do anything about it. That's what again, red pill masturbation. That's all this is just talk and philosophy and thoughts and theory. Like, Kevin, give us some practical advice. Give us some practical knowledge. Unlike Grand Cam, you just learn to be a leader, learn to be a man, and boom, you're all set.
once the truth is there, once you take the red pill, right? A new game happens where, based on these red pill truths, do you operate through that reality with hope and faith, or do you operate through that reality?
You see, it's just too much talk. Do you operate through that reality? It's just too much talk. Like, these guys are just talking in circles. There's nothing practical. There are no anecdotes. I haven't heard Kevin tell a personal story one time. All of their talking points is just talk. That's it. Operating through this reality and morality. Dude, enough of the talk. Show me the work.
Nihilism. and apathy, where basically you're just like, well, this red pill actually sucks. I sought the truth. I see the truth. I freaking hate it, and it sucks. So now I'm going to do nothing, and I'm just going to sit here. And because this truth sucks, I'm going to use it as justification for my nihilistic behavior, saying everything's pointless, right? Mm-hmm. So there's that perspective. Now, the answer.
That perspective, dude. These guys are red pill masturbators. They're clowns, they're trolls, and all they do is sit around and talk.
To that, because again, most guys come from a place of trauma. When they take the red pill, naturally they're going to become a little bit black pill first, right? Red pill rage.
That's the anger phase, Kevin.
Is actually in the black pill spectrum. I consider red pill rage to actually be black pill, right? Mm-hmm. So it's okay to experience that every once in a while. You're never going to be fully black pill. You're never going to be fully white pill. Just like you're never going to be fully red pill. You're never going to be fully blue pill. You're going to be a red pill guy and have some blue pill moments and just fall for lies and comfortable lies, such as the comfortable lies that Rolo, Donovan, and Freshman talk about all the time.
Really? And what comfortable lies do we talk about, Kevin? Still haven't pointed out any comfortable lies. Still waiting on that. And look at Cam and his dumbass. He acts like he's such a fucking big shot.
They're actually blue pill. All right, so
these guys are so silly.
Whole other thing, right? Rolo pill, that's blue pill. All right, and Rolo, you've already dodged me on so many debates. You've dodged Alex with playing firearm debates. I should maybe just say this again. If you want to debate me, look, Donovan and I had a good discussion. If you want to have just a cool, normal discussion, we can do that. But I have a feeling especially after you got schooled by Lauren Southern to the point where you actually refused to post it on your own channel, I have a feeling that you don't want to actually do that.
No, the reason he doesn't want to debate you is because Rolo is smarter than I am. That's why Rolo doesn't want to debate you. He's smarter than I am. I took the bait, guys. I took the bait. I shouldn't have had this idiot, this clown on my channel. Like, I regret that wholeheartedly. I extended this guy professional courtesy he clearly wasn't ready for, and the reason he failed so miserably is because he's not about shit. All this guy does is talk. And it really wasn't even a debate. Okay, look, Kevin, well, I won the debate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Whatever. If you want to take the debate, I don't give a shit. You don't want to debate. You want to argue. You want to troll. You want to call people names until they have to address you, and then when you challenge them to a debate, he's clearly afraid of me. Ain't nobody afraid of you, Kevin. Nobody's afraid of you. You're a 28-year-old punk who lives in Vietnam who doesn't know as much as he thinks he does. Kevin uses all these big fucking words. Kevin, dude, really? Like, the dating market is not about all this theory and complex thinking. No. It's about going in there and actually doing something about it. Like, real talk. If you're going to refute something, I need to know why. I need to know how you know why. So all this guy does is talk.
Has a history of losing debates to people who are in their 20s and are half his age. But anyway.
Yeah. So you say Rolo lost the debate. What does that prove, Kevin? You see, just because you think someone lost the debate, that does not mean that the Rational Male series is all of a sudden just rendered moot and pointless. See, Kevin thinks that debating someone means that you have successfully challenged their quote-unquote ideology. Just because you think you won a debate against someone, that means jack shit, KR Dub. You still live the life that you live, I still live the life that I live. That's the point.
Actually, he's calling us and he wants to say something. Oh, Rolo, is that you? Rolo, where you at, bro?
So yeah, once you're in that,
I am dumber for having watched that. Well, so now we're morning shock jock. It's disrespectful fucking fanboys, man.
Red pill frame, right? Once you've taken the red pill, and
see, too much, dude. Again, too much thinking. No, Kevin, it ain't that complicated, homie. You're trying to overcomplicate things so that you can make yourself a part of the community. There's not much thinking involved, bruh. MLD says it best: make money, make muscles, learn game. This is ridiculous. All this guy does is talk about it. He's a red pill masturbator along with this Grand Cam guy.
Thing happens of you're in a paradigm of black pill versus white pill. That's like the new game. You know what I mean? So are you operating through that reality with hope and faith you have to do something, or do you become nihilistic about it? And this transcends, dating, for example. So for example, there's a book being written right now by Michael Malice, who's in the political space, called White Pill, and he's he has that same outlook. Funny enough, he's really into philosophy and stuff as well. Very smart guy.
Yeah, see, guys who are into philosophy just sit around and talk. Guys who are into philosophy just sit around and talk. And again, and this is really no slight on them. They're young. They can't have the kind of experience that is required to talk about things on this level. So I'm not gonna blame them. I'm not gonna hold their age against them in that regard. They just haven't had the time to have the experience. But these guys are acting like they're experts, and they're not. I don't see any receipts. I don't see anything. All these guys do is talk. That's it. This is all talk. They're just running their mouths.
And he never compares the white pill to the red pill. In fact, he always talks about how he's red pill. It's just that once you're red pill is a descriptive claim about reality. Red pill versus blue pill, that dichotomy there, right? And then white pill versus black pill is prescriptive or a normative claim of like what one ought to do, right? What should you do? It's making a value judgment of what you should do based on a descriptive reality. So if you guys want to have a better idea of this,
he's overthinking this guy. He's overthinking all this. He's overthinking all this. All this philosophical talk that's all jibber jabber. That's all jibber jabber. Apollo says, to me, all this boils down to is Kevin trying to appeal to the guys that hate the success of guys like Donovan Sharpe, Kevin Samuels, Rollo, etc. And guys that don't want to do the hard work of self-improvement. They don't do anything to help guys improve their lives, just talk shit to gain views, nothing more. That's it. That is it. I'm going to ban Apollo because he literally took my thunder. That's what I was going to say before I dropped the mic, but Apollo's my guy.
I have a video on my channel. It's called the Pill Compass, I believe, where actually I use like Cartesian coordinates, X and Y axis to explain to you.
Are you X, Y, the Y, the X, Y, and Z axis? Dude, guys, listen. Let me make this very simple for you. I'm going to make this very simple for you. Living this life, it's not simple, but it ain't that complicated. This guy's talking about cognitive dissonance and what lens and philosophy and X, Y, and Z. Kevin, ain't nobody here trying to... Dude, this is not a philosophical space, my friend. This is a space of action. Like you have sorely mistaken your audience. You think that the guys who watch you are in the majority. No, they're not. Kevin Ray Wilder and this guy Grand Cam, they appeal to men who just want to sit around and talk shit about other men. They want to talk about philosophy and theory. None of these guys has any proof that they know what the hell they're talking about. Just a bunch of fucking videos talking shit about dudes doing better than they are. That's really what it is. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Now he wants to go on and debate people and this and that and the other. Listen, you can declare victory in whatever debate you want. You can spin whatever. But what we talk about works. What we talk about is true. And if you want to refute that, I need to hear some anecdotes. I need to hear something that makes sense. I don't need to be hearing about X, Y, and Z axes. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Trigonometry? Calculus? He'll probably say, well, trigonometry and calculus has nothing to do with the X, Y, and Z axis. Oh, my bad, Mr. fucking Brainiac. Kevin, bitches don't give a fuck about guys who sound smart, fam. They just don't. This guy thinks that he is sexually attractive because he just sits around and talks all day. Unbelievable.
This concept. And actually I have another video as well called Rethinking the Red Pill. I think it's actually the main video on my channel. If you just go to my channel homepage, you can see that and I just explain it. Because I explain this a lot, I'm happy to explain it, but once you put it cogently in a video already, it's kind of like, well, it's better to just link people to the video, you know?
You know, the red pill stuff, again, it's mostly bread and butter advice. It's just like, you know, if she does this, you kick her out of your house immediately. Come on, guys. Seriously.
Yes, if she disrespects you, you kick her out of your house immediately. Listen to what he says here.
Dude, I'll tell you this, Kevin. I have to tell you the story. This one time, this girl that I'm dating, okay? We're on very good terms right now. But
this is funny. Watch this. You can already tell that what's going to come out of his mouth is bullshit. Look at all the action. Watch this.
No, if she does this, you kick her out of your house immediately.
You kick her out of your house immediately. Yeah, that's what you do. If she disrespects you, kick her the fuck out of your house, fam. See, what these guys are afraid to do what's necessary to get respect from women. And again, I don't blame them. They're young. You need experience to be able to do this. But don't pretend like it's stupid when you're afraid to do what's necessary.
Come on, guys. Seriously. Because I'll tell you this, Kevin. I have to tell you this story. This one time, this girl that I was, this girl.
Oh. There's a sign of deception right there. This girl, as he thinks of this story.
That I'm dating, okay?
She, looking up and to the left.
Very good terms right now, but it was really funny how it happened. She showed up late to the date. Also did not text me to let me know when she was on her way. So I thought she was just not showing up. So I'm in my PJs, I'm watching Netflix, I'm watching How to Become a Tyrant on Netflix, which is, by the way, an amazing Netflix series you should watch. It's only like 5 or 6 episodes, but it talks about like Stalin, Hitler, Idi Amin, all these guys, how they became powerful. And it's very interesting, like how are people such sheep? And then you understand why people become sheep and why they're so easily influenced by, criminals and tyrants and stuff like that. So it kind of helps you understand the red pill manosphere.
Get to the fucking point, Cam.
Side as well. Like, why are people just so blindly following everybody without even having their own set of critical thinking skills, right? So
nobody's blindly following anybody. One thing about the manosphere audience is not stupid. They know the difference between the men who know what they're talking about and the men who do not.
So all these things were happening. She was late. She didn't tell me when she was on time or when she was on her way. And then she sent me a message saying, wait a minute. And I told her, hey, listen, you know what? Let's just cancel tonight. And that was on Instagram. She sees this on Instagram. She's in my parking lot and she's like, wait a minute. You want me to go home now? And I'm like, yeah, I told you, like, text me and I don't know. And you said you're showing up late and all that kind of stuff. So I enforced my boundaries. And she was obviously not happy at that time. So she came all the way from a 30-minute drive from her house to my house for the first date. She drove home and she's like, I feel like you're trying to teach me a lesson. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to teach you a lesson. I'm not here to baby you. I'm not here to be your dad. What I'm trying to explain to you is that I have these set of, requests that I made for you, just like you would make any requests for any guy, and you did not honor them and you were not communicating with me. So she thought about it. Next morning, she's like, I still want to see you. And I'm like, yeah, and I still want to see you too, because now you show a side of me that you're willing to understand, like, it's not just about you. It's about, like, both of us, right? So now imagine Myron or any...
Stop the cap.
I'm going to be very clear when I say this. Cameron, you're full of shit, my friend. That did not happen. Not only did that not happen, you're not seeing that girl. That story that you told is 1,000% bullshit. 1,000% bullshit. Women don't say, I feel like you're trying to teach me a lesson. A man who knows women doesn't say, they don't say, well, I have a list of a list of boundaries that I set and you need to adhere to them. No, you don't have. Shout out to Rollo Tomasi. Don't explicate, demonstrate. See, that's where he fucked up. That's where he fucked up. This guy likes to explicate. He likes to explain. He wants us to think that by explaining what his boundaries were, that turned her on. Hold up. Hang on a second. Not a fucking chance, Cameron. You are a fucking liar. The story you just told was a lie. That was bullshit. And you can't... I would love to see those Instagram messages. You are full of shit. You're full of it. That absolutely did not happen. This bitch was late for a date, didn't call you or text you that she was going to be late. You send her a message on Instagram, hey, or whatever you said, let's reschedule, whatever the case may be. Wait, I'm in the parking lot.
Stop the cap.
That's bullshit. Well, she drove 30 minutes for a first date.
Stop the cap.
Bullshit. 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 That absolutely positively did not happen. Because if it happened the way you said it did, you wouldn't still be fucking her. So either this girl is a beluga whale or you're full of shit. Let's listen to this bullshit story again. Just listen.
Wait a minute. You want me to go home now?
This is
It's making a value judgment of what you should do based
Yeah, whatever, Kevin.
cogently and
story.
Yeah.
Also did not text me to let me know when she was on her way.
better to just link people to the video,
The red pill stuff, again, is mostly bread and butter advice. It's just like, if she does this, you kick her out of your house immediately. Come on, guys. Seriously. Because I'll tell you this, Kevin. I have to tell you the story. This one time, this girl that I'm dating, okay? We're on very good terms right now, but it was really funny how it happened. She showed up late to the date.
How long did that think? Let's see what story I can... Let's play that again. Watch.
I'll tell you this, Kevin. I have to tell you the story. This one time, this girl that I'm dating, okay? We're on very good terms right now, but it was really funny how it happened.
It's funny. You can actually see that Kevin doesn't really buy this story either. Kevin doesn't buy this story. This guy is making this shit up. This guy is making shit up.
Showed up late to the date.
Showed up late to the date. Strike one.
Also did not text me to let me know when she was on her way.
Strike two. If a woman shows up late to a date, you 86, you bounce. Why? Because your time is valuable to you. And if you wait around for a woman who shows up late to a date, things might go well for a little while. But any woman who shows up late on a meetup or a date with you is a woman showing you that she does not respect your time. And if you stick around and give her your presence, even though she was late, you're showing her that you don't respect her time either. A lot of guys like to say, man, my girlfriend, she comes over, but, she didn't really stay long. Every time we make plans, she's always rescheduling. Was she late on your first date? Yeah, as a matter of fact, she was. Yeah. She doesn't respect your time, homie. You have to show women that you respect your time. If she shows up late to a date, guys, bounce. Be the fuck up out of there. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. The only way you even consider giving her a second chance is if she reaches out to you. So this girl is not only late to the date, she didn't call or text or Instagram that she was running late. So let me get this straight. This woman was so late that you had time to get into your pajamas and watch this interesting documentary about Stalin and Hitler. Dude, she was so late that you had time to Netflix and chill all by yourself. Huh. And that's something. That is awfully late. This guy's story didn't add up. This never happened. If she was that late to the date, that date never happened.
So I thought she was just not showing up. So I'm in my PJs, I'm watching Netflix, I'm watching How to Become a Tyrant on Netflix, which is, by the way, an amazing Netflix series you should watch. It's only like 5 or 6 episodes, but it talks about like Stalin, Hitler, Idi Amin, all these guys, how they became powerful. And it's very interesting, like how are people such sheep? And then you understand why people become sheep and why they're so easily influenced by criminals and tyrants and stuff like that. So it kind of helps you understand the red pill manosphere side as well.
Kevin's like, dude, just get to this bullshit story.
Like, why are people just so blindly following everybody without even having their own set of critical thinking skills, right? So
this is why people follow us, because they do have critical thinking skills, my friend.
All these things were happening. She was late. She didn't tell me when she was on time or when she was on her way. And then she sent me a message saying, wait a minute. And I told her, hey, listen, you know what? Let's just cancel tonight. And that was on Instagram.
So she no call, no shows. She's late. She doesn't tell you she's running late. If she's late and doesn't tell you she's running late, that means you got flaked on. This guy got flaked on. That's what happened. She doesn't call. She doesn't text and say, hey, I'm running late. Now, 15 minutes before the date, if the girl you're going on a date with, hey, listen, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. My hair wasn't dry, whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. She had the common courtesy to let you know, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late, but it's because of X, Y. Fine. But if she doesn't call or text to let you know, hey, I'm running a little bit late, that is a woman who is flaking on you. She's not gonna she's not gonna not call you and then show up, I don't know. So again, so much time went by before she showed up that you're in your pajamas watching this documentary, and now all of a sudden you want us to believe that she's in the parking lot?
Sees this on Instagram, she's in my parking lot, and she's like, wait a minute, you want me to go home now? And I'm like, yeah, I told you, like, text me, and I don't know, and you said you're showing up late and all that kind of stuff, so I enforced my boundaries. And she was obviously not happy at that time, so she came all the way from a 30-minute drive from her house to my house for the first date. She drove home, and she's like, I feel like you're trying to teach me a lesson. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to teach you a lesson. I'm not here to baby you. I'm not here to be your dad. What I'm trying to explain to you is that I have these set of, requests that I made for you, just like you would make any requests for any guy, and you did not honor them, and you were not communicating with me. So she thought about it. Next morning, she's like, I still want to see you.
Stop the cap.
Demonstrate, don't explicate. No woman in the history of time has ever said the next morning after getting a 30-minute sermon about you setting boundaries and adhering to this and that, I still want to see you. That was bullshit. You got flaked on. And the reason why you made up this bullshit story was so that you could refute what Myron says, which is don't give her the time of day.
And I'm like, yeah, and I still want to see you too, because now you show a side of me that you're willing to understand, like, it's not just about you, it's about, like, both of us, right?
Oh my God, this guy.
So now imagine Myron or anyone else in the red pill situation, like Myron, again, I'm sorry, man, I know in the situation you would have dropped the ball, just saying. If you, I'm not sorry, I believe you would have mishandled the whole situation. I listened to your advice on the situation.
Yes, that's exactly right, my friend. If Myron were in that situation, if I were ever in that situation, the only way I would consider going out on another date with her is if she begs me, hey, I'm sorry, but listen, if she no calls, no shows, like, that's it. Like, that's it. It's over. It's done. It's over and done with. Yes, I've been flaked on plenty of times. You can't win them all. But for this dude to expect us to believe, for this dude to expect us to believe that she showed up, he told her to go home, right? I feel like you're trying to teach me, well, it's because you didn't adhere to blah, 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 blah. You know what? I still want to see you. Come on, man. Come on.
When that happened, mine would be like, well, you just got to kick her to the curb and you got to, like, get her out of her life and she's not into a high value man and all that freaking bump.
Right. This means that she doesn't respect your time, my friend. See, this is why we know Grand Cam is capping. This is literally not how it works. This is funny. Dude, if you have the requisite experience with women, you know when someone's full of shit. That story was that was shit. That was bullshit. Not one word of that story was true.
Jumbo. But the way I handled it was much different. I gave her another chance and I explained to her where she fell short, where she could have done better. And now we're seeing each other and goddamn, we are having a great time seeing each other.
Oh, that is abso-fucking-lutely ridiculous. Dude, this dude is so full of shit. Here's why I decided to give you another chance. And you're explaining things to her. Girls don't fuck dudes who explain shit. Girls don't want to know they're playing the game, Cameron. They just want to play the game. Girls don't date guys who explain shit to them. Dude, even when I reward Devin, I don't tell her why I'm doing it. Well, the reason I'm buying you this $700 Coach bag is because of no. Hey, pick out any bag you want. Now, she knows she ain't getting it for free. She knows it's because she sucked my dick the last 2 weeks without putting up you know what I mean? Like, she held it down. She got me SEO. She made me a bunch of money. She knows. But I never say, hey, the reason why I'm rewarding you with the $700 Coach bag is because you did A, B, C, X, Y, and Z. No! Not how it works. This guy's a fucking liar. Yeah, Devin says in the chat on Sharpe Stream, said, what woman goes on a first date to a dude's house? Yeah.
Nope.
Dre Raven says, if someone is so late for an appointment that you've changed into your loungewear, that's hours late. Even if I bought the store, which I don't, this makes him look beyond pathetic. Right. He had no other prospects. You gave her a second chance because she was your only option. And we're having but listen, and I'm seeing her out. By God, we're having a great time.
Life, and she's not into a high value man and all that freaking mumbo jumbo. But the way I handled it was much different. I gave her another chance and I explained to her where she fell short, where she could have done better. And now we're seeing each other and goddamn, we are having a great time seeing.
Dude, this dude's a fucking liar. This dude is a fucking liar. Wow.
Each other. And it's going in a very positive direction right now. And she's on it. And now she's like thankful. Every day she wakes up and she's sending me DMs on Instagram or she's sending me text messages, Kevin, she's saying to herself, thank God this man is still in my life. Because I could have dropped the ball, and I could have dropped the ball too. Bro, give it 1 year ago, I would have been like totally beta male. She's like, oh, what's your problem? Why can't you just like understand that I'm just trying to tell you to come outside and you don't come out or whatever, right? And just be like,
I think that's probably what happened. This is such a this guy. Oh my God. Listen, I have never heard a story that I believe less than that one. Ever. Like, I can't think of a story that I believe less than the one he told. Cameron. Come on, man. Cameron. Ay.
a crybaby, red pill, black pill, or go into the black pill stage and be like, oh, no, whatever, right? So I share this with you just to let you know, like, the development that I had in this past year from coaching, again, thanks to, the academies I was a part of, and just understanding myself better and using red pill knowledge, white pill knowledge, of course, it's taking bits and pieces.
Oh, red pill knowledge. Oh, yes, and don't forget white pill.
This is what I learned about the black pill, why people believe in it, and blue pill, whatever. And I combined it, and I realized, okay, this is what I feel like. I'm staying true to myself, and I'm staying centered and grounded with myself. I'm not going to do what MLD will tell me to do. I'm not going to do what Myron's going to tell me to do, or what loser Richard Cooper is telling me to do. I'm going to do what Cameron feels right. And if I screw up, I'll self-assess. Maybe watch a few videos, maybe read some books, maybe watch some Kevin Wilder videos, and they'll be like, okay, so this is where I fell short, right? So this, I want every guy who's watching this, like, don't blindly follow us. Like, don't blindly follow me. Don't blindly follow Kevin Ray Wilder. Kevin has some points you probably don't agree with. There's some things that Kevin said on here that I don't really necessarily agree with, like everything he says. Same with Coach Whitepill. And even we had a 4-way stream. Remember that with me, you, and Alex, right? And Coach Whitepill. There's some things Alex says I disagree with. Same with you and Josh. But the good thing is that if you can just keep an open mind to the audience, like keep an open mind and take bits and pieces we like about Kevin, Josh, myself, and anyone else in the manosphere that has benefited you and given you great advice, and curate to you and unlock whoever it is, like Daniel.
This dude just said a whole lot of nothing. Cam, we're not gonna watch or listen to you. You don't have receipts, dude. You just sat here and lied about a land whale who flaked on you. The fuck are we doing?
Right? Sad K, William Green, all these people. William Green, you have a comment also in here saying, I take personality over looks. You look pretty, but if you have a bad attitude, I can't vibe with it. But bro, let me tell you something. You wouldn't approach her. You don't approach a girl because of her personality. You can't fuck her personality. You can fuck her.
And also, the two things aren't mutually exclusive as well. You can find a girl that's hot and also has a good personality. It's not like...
Oh, you can find a girl that's hot and has a good personality. Where, in Vietnam, Kevin? Huh? A girl that's hot that has a good personality. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. You know what? There are girls out there that are hot and have a good personality. You want to know where they are? They're married. They're taken. Those girls are few and far between. And if these guys had any experience with women, they would know this. So because I settled with Devin, 45 years old, I'm not sexually attracted to her, I'm settling. No, you want a girl who's hot and has a good personality. Yeah, good luck with that.
You need one or the other. The girls I date are the ones that I see beyond just, hooking up or have both. Because otherwise, if they don't have both, and you're right, like if they just look good and they're boring.
Yeah, prove it, Kevin. The girls you date, really? Prove it. Prove it. Like, this is insane. This is insane. These guys are frauds. These guys are fucking clowns. They're saying a whole lot of nothing.
You don't want to see them anymore. Even the sex itself gets stale. And
my God.
Even that itself, even if they're really hot, that starts to get stale as well if they're just really boring, So you can you can have both. And look, getting both isn't easy, but that's why it's important to develop yourself as a man to be the type of guy who can get girls who have both, right? That's the whole point of, not the whole point, but that's the point of you trying to get better with women is you want to end up dating the women you want to date.
Yes.
Do not fucking settle, man. If you're settling, and right now, if that's the best that you can do, if those are the options that are available to you, that's fine, but you still want to try to improve over time. You're doing yourself a disservice if the girl that you're dating, if there's some aspect of them, especially if you're in a monogamous relationship with them, you're doing a
See, this is him talking about me again.
Disservice to her and yourself if you are not both extremely physically attracted to her and extremely and emotionally attracted to her as well, right? At that point, you're wasting your time, you're wasting her time, and this is why the majority of relationships in the U.S. freaking suck and end in divorce and end in terrible breakups because the two people actually, they would rather be with somebody else. That's all it comes down to, right? So if you're an actual high-value guy and you strive to become a high-value guy, you will attract high-value women. High-value women who are both hot, who stimulate you physically and also intellectually. That's the whole point.
See, hot girls don't stimulate you mentally, Kevin. Have you seen the Fresh and Fit podcast? Have you watched Kevin Samuels? Like, these guys are talking about... This is in the land of make-believe. This is why you know these guys have no experience. What... This is why this dude has 8,000 subscribers. This is why he has 8,000 subscribers. This guy is lying. The kinds of women I date... You date hot Vietnamese women who have good personalities. Okay. But you have an American audience. So unless you're advocating for them to move to Vietnam, I don't know what we're talking about here. I don't know what we're talking about. And boring hot girls, you never get tired of fucking them, Kevin. They're hot.
Think alpha males are going around settling for girls? No. That's a beta male move. By definition. Do not fucking settle, bro. Don't settle. Come on.
The takeaway from this...
He says, do not settle. I settled down, so he said I settled.
Stream for me and for my audience is that, guys, do not blindly follow people. Have your eyes wide open. There is no one truth of being a man. There's multiple...
See, listen to this guy. Do not blindly follow people. You guys have no receipts yet. Believe us. Believe us.
Ways of going about it. Pick and choose little things, like pick a little bit of Kevin, a little bit of me, a little bit of MLD or whoever else you listen to, and sprinkle what makes sense. And it's not blaming women. It's holding yourself extremely accountable. 100%. That's what the white pill is all about. Extreme ownership. And then you can have a great life for yourself, and also a great life for your woman too, and for children if you want children.
Anybody?
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Children in America? Oh boy.
To be red pill, but you have to look at their actions. If they're not willing to have discussions with people, especially people that they disagree with, then they're showing themselves to not truly be red pill.
See? Oh, okay. So if we don't get into a bad faith debate with someone like you, then they're not really red pill. Kevin, fuck you. You don't get to decide who's red pill and who's not. Fuck out of here.
Right. And I think that's really important that, Cam and I have discussions like this, like the discussion I had with Donovan, the discussion I had with MGTOW Dictionary, future discussions that I'll have with guys who I disagree with. If you're truly red pilled, you're going to try to have a discussion because you're not afraid to...
Kevin, the discussions you have are in bad faith, my friend. They're in bad faith. The reason why you want the attention of these guys is so that you can talk bad about them. That's it. Like, dude, you guys saw at the beginning of this broadcast, he characterized that email exchange between him and Heather as Donovan ducked, he dodged, he canceled, he pulled out. Nobody pulled out, Kevin. That's not what happened. Kevin Ray Wilder has a bad reputation. This guy is a clout-chasing fraud who lives in Vietnam trying to instruct American men how to date American women. You're trying to take a shortcut, Kevin. There is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcut to success, my friend. You are trying to take a shortcut by going after the biggest fish and, oh, Rollo Tomassi is a clown and all this. Say whatever you want, man. This will be the last time. This will be the last time I ever address this clown. This will be the last time I ever address this clown. And again, I sincerely apologize to all of my followers for having subjected you to that discussion that he wants to characterize as a debate. You don't want to debate, Kevin. You just want to argue. You want to point out one little logical fallacy that you dreamed up and use that as a referendum on one's entire life experience. That's all you do, man. Well, Donovan said this, but Rollo said that, so they contradicted themselves. Right. Right. And because I settled down with Devin, that means I'm settling for her. Nope. I definitely did not settle for Devin. I literally sculpted and molded her into the woman I wanted and needed her to be. She is the best woman for me right now. When she ceases to become the best woman for me right now, then guess what? It's time for Donovan Sharpe to move on. Settling down does not mean settling. I don't have time to do 5-hour live streams talking shit about men. I got a legacy to build. I got a company to run. I got money to make. I don't have time to sit around and theorize about this philosophy and X, Y, and Z axes. This ain't a fucking TI-92 calculator, idiot. This is real fucking life. And Grand Cam, I dare you to say something about me. You little fraud. Yeah, I know that you work for your father at a Mexican restaurant, two-chain restaurant, in Los Angeles, California. And if you want to press me, motherfucker, this past summer, I happen to know in great detail what happened between you and somebody else in a theater, at a mansion, at a party that you were invited to, and what happened the morning after. Say something about me. Go on and say something. Dude, I dare you. I dare you. Bruh, I will air your ass out. You sit here and act like you know what you're talking about. You don't know shit. You know absolute shit. You don't know anything. And for you to expect us to believe that bullshit you're talking here, you're even dumber than you look. Your dad controls your salary, my friend. You are not your own man. You are in your father's pocket. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, your dad's successful. You're sharing in the riches. But don't sit here and act like you're a self-made man. Daddy takes care of you, my friend. Daddy takes care of you. And a few months ago, you were staring at big-time trouble right down the barrel, and you literally had to beg for nothing to happen. Come after me and see what happens. Come after me and see what happens. Dude, seriously, fuck these clowns who talk shit and act like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Miss me with that bullshit. One more receipt for you guys. One more receipt. A lot of guys like to tell these grandiose stories, like our guy Grand Cam just did, right? But anybody who knows, anybody who has followed me for any amount of time. Oh, by the way, I actually forgot about this. When it comes to resumes, these guys, I don't know why these guys follow these guys. These guys are sheep. You want to know why they follow guys like me? Because I've been in this community since 2014. I've written over 200 articles. I wrote 80 articles for Return of Kings, as you can plainly see here. I wrote another 120 plus articles for Negro Manosphere. 120 articles, 80 articles, starting way back in 2014. Return of Kings is and was the gold standard as far as Red Pill blogs were concerned. 200 articles. I've done thousands of videos. Go on to any of my social media, receipt after receipt after receipt. Receipt after receipt after receipt. Let me show you guys another set of receipts. Just to really drive the point home, because I want these guys to know, and I don't think they knew any of this. I think that Kevin and his little sidekick, they had no idea the kind of pedigree they were fucking with. I'm not just up here talking out of my ass, guys. I tell real stories. I've written real articles based on real anecdotes. I didn't parrot off anybody. This is based on my own shit. Let me go to my folder called the Legendary Windows Phone. Ah, there we are. Ah, the Legendary Windows Phone. The Legendary Windows Phone holds all the cards. On your screen is the first text message. These are actual text messages. This was from a girl I was seeing down in Indian Springs. Her name was Luce. And her and I had, we started seeing each other. Well, one day I went over to her house, drove out to Indian Springs. I walk up behind her, I grab her chesticles and bite her neck to let her know it's about to go down, and so is she. And she pulls away and says, "You haven't earned it yet." I've told this story, dude. I've written about this on Return of Kings. I've written about it on Negro Manosphere. I've talked about it here. She says, "You haven't earned it yet." I said, "Whoa, what?" So I'm thinking she's joking, whatever the case may be. So then I go in to try again. No, I'm serious, Donovan. You haven't earned it yet. You can't just come in here and get the booty without whining and dining me first. I said, "Well, I'm not the whining and dining type." I said, "I'm not the whining and dining type." And she says, "Well, I guess you're not getting laid then." I said, "That's what you think." Grab my shit, went the fuck out the door. Put her ass on ice. The text message on the left-hand side of your screen, this happened maybe 5 minutes after I got in my car. She's blowing up my phone. "Please answer. I was just kidding around. I wanted to see if you really liked me." Then she says, "You're being silly. I'm sorry, you can do what you want to me." Oh my God. "No wine and dine necessary." You can tell she wasn't the best speller in the world. She says, "Fuck you, don't call or text me again, asshole." She calls me again. "Please just call me." A little later on that night, she's like, "Whatever, I knew this was over. I just knew you just wanted sex. You were just using me, so goodbye. It was fun while it lasted." 2 minutes later, "Can you please just pick up, fucking asshole?" She's all over the place. She's calling me all day Saturday. "Answer your phone. I want to talk to you about this." She's leaving all sorts of crazy fucking voicemails. "I'm sorry about what I said on your voicemail. I didn't mean any of it." So what did I do? Monday evening, I said, "We need to talk. My place at 7. You guys have heard me tell this story many, many times before. Well, I'm going to let you guys see, for those of you who haven't seen it, the cartoon version of this story. Watch and learn. Now, this was a great arrangement as far as I was concerned until one night she tried pulling what she thought was a power move that blew up in her face. A while back, my buddies and I were out having a few cocktails at one of our favorite nighttime spots, Senior Frogs. Senior Frogs was on the Vegas Strip and was located where all the action was. There was never a shortage of hot girls there, and it didn't matter what day of the week it was. Tuesday, Sunday, Thursday, didn't matter. Senior Frogs was the place to be if you were looking to try to get some action. Anyway, we were all sipping our whiskeys and having a good time when I spot a drop-dead gorgeous Mexican girl with some of the perkiest boobs I'd ever seen sitting at a table all by herself. This was a little confusing to me because girls who look like that are almost never out alone. They're either surrounded by their girlfriends or out with a boyfriend. But seeing a smoke show sitting alone was extremely rare, even in a city like Vegas that's crawling with hotties. Now, I didn't waste any time standing around pondering why she was there, or figuring out how I should approach her, because even in a target-rich environment like this,
you snooze, you lose.
All it would take is me hesitating for a split second and someone else would slide right in and talk to her before I did. So I acted quickly and decisively, walked right over, sat at her table directly across from her, and used the greatest pickup line ever. "Hi.
I'm Donovan."
Now, even though she did see me walk up and nonchalantly take my seat, she looked a little surprised. My guess was that she probably had never been approached like that before. Now, some of you guys might think, well, how could you think that, Donovan? Hot girls get approached all the time. and you'd be wrong. Because believe it or not, super attractive women don't get hit on nearly as often as you might think. And the reason for this is because they're, well, of course, super attractive. Okay, sure. Men will strike up conversations with these girls, but they never do so in such a way that tells them in no uncertain terms that they are trying to build attraction. The truth is, 99% of men who do talk to hot girls usually just talk about the weather, or a funny video they saw on YouTube, basically any benign topic they could think of just to be talking to her. But these guys never straight up ask her for her phone number, or suggest that they hang out or go out for drinks. Most men never really make a move because they're afraid to. Why are they afraid? Because hot girls are intimidating to most men. And because of this, they are always pleasantly surprised when a man grabs his Y chromosome and just goes for it with her. Well, this was obviously the case with this girl. Anyway, after I introduced myself, she said,
"Hi, I'm Luz."
I smirked and sarcastically replied, I certainly hope not. That would make things pretty awkward tomorrow morning. She looked at the floor and smiled in embarrassment as her cheeks turned a brilliant shade of magenta. And that's when it hit me. This girl is shy. Girls who look like she does are almost never shy. If they are, it's usually because they were an ugly duckling growing up or just a natural introvert. Having lived in Vegas for as long as I had never spoken to an attractive woman who was shy. So now there were two surprised people sitting at the table. The difference was I was able to hide mine. She, however, clearly was not, which was fine by me. Now, having dated my fair share of Latinas, I knew that the word Luz was actually her name. Luz is a fairly uncommon girl's name in Mexico. It's actually spelled L-U-Z. She was maybe the third or fourth I had ever met at this point. So me knowing that this was actually her name worked to my advantage, because not only did I use it to playfully make fun of her, but to also let her know up front why I was sitting there. Remember the quote, awkward in the morning response? See what I did there? Anyway, she said,
No, my name is Luz.
And then she spelled it out.
L-U-Z.
I said, oh, thank goodness. I'd hate to have to kick you out of my apartment 2 hours after we met. I mean, how embarrassing would that be for you, right? Her grin was ear to ear as she giggled with delight. It was obvious my game was tighter than a snare drum that night because she was soaking it up like a dry sponge. I mean, this girl was quite literally tickled pink. So she says,
I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend.
And I said,
Well, I'm not. He's not invited.
She giggled again, but this time she put her hand over her mouth to keep herself from laughing out loud. This is gonna be a slam dunk, I thought. I might not even need to get her phone number. Turns out I was wrong, because after she stopped giggling, she said,
Let me see your phone.
I sarcastically said, no way, I don't know where your hands have been. And this time she finally laughed out loud, but only for a split second because she quickly covered her mouth and went back to giggling. After she regained her composure, she said,
You're really not going to let me see your phone?
I said, well, that depends. Are you going to give me your phone number or your fat ugly sister's? Because I'm gonna warn you up front, fat girls give me nightmares. Once again, she giggled with delight. So I handed her my phone and she put in her digits. But as soon as she did, she got right up and left the table immediately. Now, there was no way I was going to turn around and say, wait, come back! Why? Because that would have made me look extremely desperate and very thirsty. I knew she liked me, and had I broken character and gone from charming, charismatic, and fun to me chasing her out of the bar, her attraction to me would have been gravely compromised. Now, I had no idea why she just got up and left, but I didn't really care. Maybe she was meeting up with her friends, maybe she saw someone she knew, or maybe she actually did have a boyfriend and saw him walk in. Who knows? Either way, I got the digits, and that's all that mattered. Well, the very next weekend, we started sleeping together. She lived in Indian Springs, which was roughly a half-an-hour drive from me. Yes, this was a minor inconvenience, but she always treated me very well when I went to see her. She'd have a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of my favorite whiskey waiting for me when I got there. Then she'd make me a nice meal. I mean, Luz really rolled out the red carpet for me every time I drove out there. After we ate, we'd relax and watch a movie and maybe fool around a little bit. Okay, so we never made it to the end of a movie for obvious reasons, but at least we tried, right? Now, the sex wasn't exactly mind-blowing. Don't get me wrong, it was sufficient, but she just wasn't that good in bed. Thankfully, she had the body of an adult film star, so that was a nice consolation. But like I said last week, sex with super hot girls is usually fairly average, and that's probably putting it lightly. Anyway, every Friday or Saturday night, I'd drive out to Indian Springs to see her. Now, this was a great arrangement as far as I was concerned until one night she tried pulling what she thought was a power move that blew up in her face. Before I tell you about that fiasco, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with anyone you know who keys standing up. And if you'd like to get weekly individualized coaching, become a patron at patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. All patrons $5 and above get weekly access to my 1-hour Zoom meetings where I give coaching, do consultations, and give guidance about girls, game, finance, fitness, and anything else that pertains to becoming the best version of yourself. Okay, let's get back to my story. So I drive out there one Friday evening and everything is going the way it usually does. She had my cigarettes, my whiskey, and made a nice chicken dish. After we finished eating, we had a couple of cocktails and then of course I tried making a move to have some fun. Now usually she reciprocates and 15 seconds later she's butt naked and on her knees. But this time was a little different. Instead of letting me pull up her dress and get it in, she pulls away and says,
You haven't earned it yet.
Now, she giggled when she said it, much the way she did the night we met. So I thought she was joking around and trying to be playful. So I try again, and she pulls away again and says,
No, I'm serious. You haven't earned it yet.
Now I'm confused. I said to her, Are you kidding with this? She says,
No, I'm not kidding, Donovan. You can't just waltz in here and smash without whining and dining me a little bit.
So I said to her,
Well, I ain't the whining and dining type.
And she said,
Well then, I guess you're not getting laid tonight.
And I said, That's what you think. Grabbed my stuff and walked right out the door. You see, what this girl didn't know was that she was the side chick. I had a girlfriend at the time and she was coming to my place later that night after she got off work. This is why what Luce tried to pull didn't faze me. That's the power of abundance. Girls try to pull this nonsense all the time. They give up the booty anytime you want in the beginning and then try to take it away to control you. Now, the average man would have fallen for Luce's BS, but not me. And I demonstrated as much when I left without a backwards glance when she tried this little power move of hers. And just as expected, she's blown up my phone the entire drive back to Vegas.
Come back! I was kidding. Why are you being stupid? I'm sorry. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to whine and dine me.
Blah, blah, blah.
No, I didn't turn around, and no, I didn't respond. I straight up put her ass on ice and went radio silent on her. That entire weekend, she called and texted non-stop. Her emotions were all over the map as she couldn't seem to decide whether she loved me or hated me. And even though I fully expected this, it was still amusing to watch her squirm for a couple of days. So Monday afternoon, I ended her suffering and texted her, We need to talk, my place at 7. Now, she tried poking and prodding to find out what I wanted to talk about. She tried calling and threatening not to come over and all the rest of that. The typical behavior of a woman in her predicament. But I never responded. And at 6:45, right on schedule, she gets to my place dressed like she was headed to work at a gentleman's club. Short skirt, heels, curly hair, hoop earrings, red lipstick, and a barely there blouse that covered maybe 10% of her C-cup you-know-whats. I was pretty sure she was wearing a bra. Anyway, when she nervously asked me what we needed to talk about, I shrugged my shoulders and casually said, Never mind, it wasn't a big deal. Those were my words verbatim. Luce breathed a sigh of relief and asked me what I wanted her to cook me for dinner. I told her, It's all on the counter, medium rare. True story, guys. I had taken out a New York strip about a half an hour before she arrived because I knew that she would offer herself up on a silver platter and do whatever I wanted her to do. So before I rearranged her insides, I wanted her to cook me a steak. Not just because I was hungry, but to put her back in her place, which was subservient, submissive, and obedient with no whining and dining necessary. She was on my territory, and I wanted to drill into her psyche that she was there to serve me. So she eagerly goes into the kitchen, skirt, hoop, heels and all, cooks my steak and broccoli to perfection, then willingly and eagerly gives me access to all 3 of her luscious little holes. No exaggeration, guys. This is exactly what happened to the letter. That night of bedroom fun was far above average, and it stayed that way for quite a while, as she gladly accepted her role as my side chick for about the next 7 or 8 months. That's right, guys. The night she came over to get her brakes beat off after I put her on ice, I told her I had a girlfriend and she still stuck around. She didn't like it, but she accepted it, and she still treated me like a king. That's how desperate she was to keep me in her life. This is the power of the abundance mindset, gentlemen. Eventually, she did end things because no side chick wants to be a side chick forever. They want that #1 spot. But after I shut down her 4th or 5th attempt at trying to be my main chick, she finally decided to move on. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this one did sting a little. She was hot, she was actually a sweet girl, and did whatever I told her to. But one of the main reasons I didn't make her my main chick was because she knowingly and willingly played second fiddle to another woman, which likely means she had self-worth issues. It turns out that Luce was indeed an ugly duckling. And while that does explain her kind disposition, it also explains her promiscuous proclivities. The night I approached her at Senior Frogs, she was there with her boyfriend. That's why she got up and left as soon as she gave me her number. And while I'm fairly certain that just about every girl I've dated in the 702 probably gave their numbers out to other guys while with me, Luce actually showed me during our very first interaction that she could not be trusted in a relationship. But on the bright side, I was spending a lot less on gas. So at least I ended up in the black. And that is the story of one Luce Mendoza. Stories like that, guys. Stories like that is that proves to you guys that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just up here making these grandiose claims about this and that. No, I tell you guys all the time. Hey, man, I have requirements of my woman, and she needs to meet those requirements. I require my woman to work out, stay in great shape, and when we smash, I require her to wear certain things. And again, I don't just say these things. This actually happens. This is Devin doing work for me. This is the middle of the day. Look what she's wearing. This was at the end of another day. She may or may not have been completely naked in that picture. This is right when I got back. This is when I got back from Phoenix. She is serving me wearing what? Hoops and heels. Then, of course, she decided to make chicken parmesan dressed like this. I'm not here to besmirch other content creators. I'm not here to do that. Certainly not here to do that. But when you got guys like Kevin Ray Wilder and Grand Scam who want to sit there and laugh and kiki and chuckle because these guys contradict themselves and these guys aren't living the lives that they say they live. Dude, go fuck yourself with that. Kevin and Grand Cam, you guys aren't going anywhere with this. You guys aren't going anywhere. The only fans that you have are fans who enjoy you talking shit about guys like me. That's it. They're not really fans of you, my friend. They're fans of you talking shit about guys like me. That's it. And listen, man, if that's going to be your shtick, cool. But at some point, you are going to cap out. Pun definitely intended. All right, let me read the rest of these super chats, and then we will... very good. Yeah, HUD says, wow, that was really disrespectful. Yeah, like the whole chicken thing with Rollo Tomasi, like, dude, like, have some respect, man. I don't know where this punk kid gets off talking about Rollo. Like, dude, he's been married for 23 years. He has a daughter in college. He's written, oh my God, he's saved more lives than he probably even realizes. But this fucking punk kid is going to sit here and talk shit about him? This is what, dude, he's a non-factor. River Bacon, $5, says they talk this way because guys their age and mine were pressured to have answers and we think we're supposed to know shit we know nothing about. Yeah, right. I agree. Kevin doesn't know shit. He doesn't. Unique 79 with the $13.79 Cash App says for having haters confirms you are doing things right. Real talk. Appreciate that, Unique 79. Serta full size mattress. Welcome to chat privileges. I used to sell Sertas, actually. Used to sell Sertas. Double H says if I want to deal with bullshit, I'll go to a cattle farm. That's actually pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Zachary Gelpy, $5 says I thought he has 7 plates, but he doesn't. But didn't have a backup right. Like if you're spinning 7 plates, if you're fucking 7 girls at the same time, you should already have that abundance. This is why you know he's full of shit, man. Fuck out of here. Isaac Landis, $5 says Kevin Ray Liar and his sidekick are truly lost. Donovan, I'm happy you're breaking this down because you're the truth, bud. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much. Ant Tycoon, welcome to chat privileges. Hang on a second. Appreciate that very much. Ant Tycoon, $20 says, I appreciate your content and perspectives. You are doing God's work. You influenced me to try to create much love from Kansas City. Ant Tycoon, appreciate that. Mr. Got Plenty, $5 says I'm glad you're back up and moving, man. Hard times don't last. Hard people do. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Yeah, I think Cam was in one of MLD's classes. I think he was in one of MLD's classes, and yeah, he's not gonna do shit, man. Listen, now Kevin and Cameron could end up being real players in this space. But it's not going to be for a while because they need the experience. They need the experience. That's just not how it goes. Hang on a second. Give me a second, guys. The screen's going to go black for just a little bit, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There we go. Hang on. We're all good. We're all good. We are all good. Don't even sweat it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Good. Excellent. Okay. Just wanted to make sure everything was everything was good in that regard. Let's see. I like Dre Raven's jokey Smurf. So yes, to reiterate, gentlemen, Kendall from Temptation Island Season 3 will be on the program. I'm working on getting him on the program tomorrow or the next day, but he has confirmed, Kendall, King Kendall, Emperor Kendall from Temptation Island Season 3. He reached out to me and said, hey man, I appreciated the breakdown. You saw the things that most people didn't see. And, I was shocked. I was like, holy shit. And so I asked him to come on, and he's like, yeah, he said it'll be a blast, be a great time. Fucking A, man. We actually get to talk to him. So very, very much looking forward to that. That is going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Stay tuned for the breakdown of F-Boy Island. Download the app now on sharpstream.com. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. All right. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. It's supposed to be on another display capture. Let me make sure I got the right one up in her. Yeah, I figure I'm not going to sit around for another 4 minutes. I'm ready now, so let's do it. There we go. All right. So we are now going to say farewell to all audiences, except for, of course, Sharpe Stream. If you want to be able... Now, if you want to watch these breakdowns absolutely free, no charge, simply download the Sharpe Stream app. That's all you got to do. Give me a second here. Damn it. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Okay, well. Forgive me, guys. I am a little rusty. I thought I had this all squared away, but it's all good. There we go.